All right, we are live, and let me just throw the link up here. Wait, copy, paste, send. Anybody that wants to hop up, and let me turn this music down a little bit. That's too far. That's probably good right there. All right, let's see. And actually, let me pin this thing here. If you guys want to hop up, though, hop up. Where are we at? Did I put it in there? What did I do here? What did I do? That's the question. What did I do? Garage Live. Okay, I'm live there. Okay, I see me. Pin message. Oh, we got comments. What's the comments? Oh, Tiffany. What's up, Tiffany? Ari's back in here. All right. Come one, come all. Anybody that wants to hop up, feel free to join in. Boom.
There we are. Holy Christ.
There we go. I was wondering what happened to you. I was like, you got lost.
Your live wasn't showing up. I kept refreshing. And I was like, what the hell's going on here?
Tiffany Lava Shark's in here. Always a huge supporter. Thank you, Tiffany. Ari's in here too. I don't know if you saw that. Ari's the man. Boom. Dude, I'm loving this new background. This thing's awesome.
The one behind you or my field of broken dreams?
Is that your actual field though? Is that your garage?
Well, let's just say I utilized my brother's place for a short time.
I see a Mustang, a Maverick. What's the other three?
Well, no, the one behind the Mustang is a Comet GT.
Okay.
Let's see. One right here. This one is a 53.
Okay.
Thing. Right there. That's a 53 Ford two-door.
Let me
one
guess
behind it. That's a 73 Plymouth Duster, and then the far back one is a 74 Plymouth Duster.
Oh, okay.
And then this one right here,
more artwork. Very cool.
Is the white truck.
Oh, okay. I thought I recognized. Yeah, I was like, that's got to be a Ford truck right there.
Yep.
Okay.
That's it. This was about 10 years ago in my brother's backyard. I had moved all my crap over there because I was doing some work here at the house.
I mean, it looks like a pretty clear space, which is cool.
Yeah, he don't let me park anything over there anymore. Once he chased all those out, never to be happening again.
Should I ask for that story? Hot Rod Guy Garage is here. What's up, brother? Bud Files is here. What's up? Should I ask for the backstory on that?
Well, he just don't want me bringing my shit over anymore. I mean, that backyard's empty now, but
yeah.
Well, he knows what I'm like and what my dad was like. He knows better.
Yeah.
You let one in and 5 more follow.
It's hard to only have 1 or 2 cars, you know.
Oh yeah, because I got 17.
How many cars do you have really, though?
Seriously, I have 17.
17 cars? Dang.
And I'm feeling the pain of it because it is a major pain in the ass. It's like you know those little puzzles that you got to slide all the squares around to make a picture?
Yeah.
That's what it's like getting the car out of my shop. It takes pre-planning. Well, first off, I don't leave anything in front of my house. Nothing's in front of my house. There's 2 cars in the driveway, and that's it.
Number 1's back. Yeah, there you go.
It don't take long, especially with the price of some of these right now. There's a lot of really good deals out there, so you're snatching them up. I just hope the market doesn't fall out from underneath the prices I paid.
Yeah.
I mean, it's always a possibility.
See, I think I've got the perfect setup. I've got my 74 Ford, and then I've got my 52 Dodge, business coupe. I've got the truck and the hot rod. I mean, what more do you want? You know.
Well, you have the smart setup. See,
Okay.
2 projects. That's all you got to worry about.
Yeah.
Like today, I went to the U-Pull yard. I was trying to get some pieces for the 92 Bronco. Well, of course, I'm walking through the yard. I'm like, oh, they got some earlier trucks. Oh, yeah, I kind of want to put some earlier swing-away mirrors on my 69 from one of the, I think it's like 87 to 91 Ford trucks.
Yeah.
I'll wander through those and see if they have any mirrors. Oh, sure as hell. Found one on one truck and one on another, so I grabbed those and took those with me.
Yeah.
So when you have more vehicles, you end up shopping for, like, say, if you had a family of 6 or 8, and you're shopping for a family of 6 or 8.
Yeah.
It gets expensive fast.
I mean, is it even possible for you to have all your cars up to date? Is it even possible? Running, driving, no issues.
I
mean, well, I struggle with 2. You know?
I have 5 I insure year round. 5. Well, 4. 4
Okay.
I insure year round. And 2 of them are constants. The other 2, I change them around. Because there's no way I'm insuring all of them. So I picked, obviously 2 are one's my daily, and the other one's my backup daily. And the 2 are going to be the toys.
Okay.
So I can do 5, I guess. My insurance isn't really too bad. They're fairly forgiving. But it gets expensive. And it's a full-time job.
Yeah.
Once they start going to shit, you just let them go.
Yeah. Ari's has a 60 picked up and a 64 Dodge Dart.
Oh, man. Ari, I just about need a fleet mechanic to keep up with this crap. I'm telling you, man. Telling you.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because you'll go into Napa and they're like, I get one hell of a discount at Napa. And instead of buying 1 filter, I'm buying 5. I mean, there's no sense in buying 1. I'm going to be back here next week for another one. So I buy like 5 or 6.
It's because the guy feels so bad for you. He's like, this poor guy has to buy like 1 million parts, you know?
Well, and see, now, one brings up a point. I have a lot of favorite cars. And I don't know if I really necessarily have to have them restored. Maybe running and driving.
Oh, shoot. Sorry.
And do a lap.
Down there.
Oh.
I don't know how long you were sitting down there, Mater. Sorry. I was kind of...
long.
Hello.
Okay.
And only congrats on winning again.
Thanks, Mater. Hey, man, you brought the game this time.
I'm going to take a quick 5 while you guys are both here, since Mater's here now.
Yeah.
All right.
No problem. No, that was a good one. Well, we kind of wanted this game show to be not so centered on one topic.
Right.
I think Bryce likes the idea of having more of an open palette to come up with questions and stuff.
Yeah.
So,
like that.
You know, that way, okay, say we get a couple guys on that are not into NASCAR and we're doing a NASCAR thing. Well, that kind of sucks because it's like they don't know nothing about NASCAR. So it's like,
true.
But it's not really knowing the real answer. It's how much can you BS the crowd? That's kind of the whole name of the game.
See, senor, that's why I went with that lowrider.
Well, 60's that crazy year. 59's the hot one. At least from what I could talking to other people, 59's like the one to have. 60's kind of like you either like it or you don't, you know?
Right. Yeah, and so far from what I can... Oh, speaking of cars. Yeah, I know, like I said, you and Bryce were both upset over that video. I shared a link with y'all.
Oh, yeah. Did you share that one out?
No, that one I didn't. But I want to send it to you and Oli. I mean, you and Bryce.
You should post it up. I mean, it's sad, but it's true, though. I mean, that's what's happening to a lot of that stuff. And maybe if people see that happening more, they'll be more apropos to trying to get ahead of those crusher guys and get these cars.
Oh, yeah.
They're not making this stuff anymore.
Right. And, you know, like in your the email you sent me, okay, what happened was it was a yard that was divided up. Hey, Tiffany. and you had so many people renting out like 1 or 2 acre lots out there. So it wasn't just one person having the junkyard, it was several. And the one that where that crusher and everything is at, that is one guy's little area. Unfortunately, he passed away, and then so his family's taken over, and they really don't want to have anything to do with it, especially at $2,500 a month rent.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Well, why was he renting anyways? I mean,
did
he not own it, or?
No, the guy didn't own it, but you got to consider a lot of them cars in that particular area. That yard probably started back in the 60s.
So why was he paying rent this whole time?
The original guy, yeah.
Oh, I see. So the cars, right. The buying and selling was paying the rent.
Right. So
okay.
He was not the only one renting a spot on that property. There was, from what I understand, about 4 or 5 people. So they had their different areas, and the new owner or whatever decided to up the price because of the land and everything. And so now they're just going to get rid of it. They're just getting rid of everything. And that's that video I did, 2 months ago when I went out there to get that little Yamaha. So, I mean, it's like, I would love to see someone get their hands on the stuff and save it. But
I'm telling you, if a guy had a way of having some property to snag these things up, and then all you got to do is have a couple connections, someone on the East Coast, someone in the Northeast somewhere. Right. Hell, the Swedes would love to import this stuff. But you just need an area to stage this crap, and then they can arrange that.
Right.
I've actually got a guy here just north of me in a small, well, it used to be a small town, Battleground. He's an importer-exporter out of Australia. He sells all kinds. He imports a lot of Australian rigs and engines and cars and stuff, but he's also exporting our American stuff too. Damn. So it's kind of cool. He's the guy that you would want to go to meet and say, hey, what do I need to do the same thing, but in another state, Right. He does pretty well for himself, and he's busy, big time busy.
Right. I mean, there was one car, I didn't videotape it the last time I was out there at the yard, but there was one that the inspection sticker had expired 3 or 4 months prior.
Oh.
And it got crushed.
Wow.
So, it looked, it has some damage to it, but I'm going, it was cosmetic, and I'm going, this thing could get fixed and put back on the road. And it's like, no, it ain't worth it. And that's the problem with a lot of your newer cars, is that there's so much plastic in them, aluminum, that there's, they get hit, you sneeze on them, you can total them.
Well, and is there actually any value when you're recycling the newer car versus the old, because there's so much plastic in it? I mean, you basically got to shred that damn thing and get it separated to get any money out of them, right?
The biggest amount of money you're going to get, catalytic converters. When one little piece of metal is going to bring you upwards of, say, $1,000, you take that out, take that catalytic converter off of it, you're selling those starting off, say, I think it's like $200. And I mean, some of them go up to $1,000. Okay. Some of your Mustangs actually have 2 of them on there. So you do the math on it, and then what you sell cars for scrap metal wise, once you say part out enough of it, you're going to get probably $600.
Wow. Later, Frank.
Hey, Frank. I mean, hell, he sent me a message, and it was a, don't know what year, a Dodge Nitro that was fixing to get, that was actually on the list to get crushed. If I had the extra cash, I could have had it for about $800.
To answer your question, Kim, yes, this guy imports these 70s, the XA, XB, and XC Falcons. When I went to drop, I sold him a 55 Ford pickup, and he bought it sight unseen. Basically, he just said, "Hey, do you still have it?" "Yep." "Here, I'll give you $500 to deliver it." I took it up to his place and dropped it off. He goes, "Oh, I got there. He was busy loading cars and stuff." He goes, "Go take a look at my shop." He had 3 of those on site. He just imported in. So, yeah, if you want a 70s Falcon, if you're real hell-bent to get in the Mad Max car, definitely I can hook you up with him. He's definitely a dude to talk to.
Come get it.
All right, they're right there telling me my food's ready. Yeah, believe it or not, that's the kind of car I would like to get.
One of those Aussie Falcons?
The Ford Falcon, it was an XG TV.
XA, XB, and XC.
Right. One of
Mad
those.
Max ones?
Yeah.
Because if you go with the earlier ones, they look more like a 60s Ford Falcon. That's the earlier ones.
Right. The weird thing is actually that they had the tail lights of like a Mustang 2.
On the XA, XB, and XC?
Yeah.
No, they were like a Torino.
Were they Torino?
Yeah, it was more Torino-like.
Right.
They're
But
not exact, but they were close.
yeah.
They're definitely one-off.
So basically, he was asking me what am I making? I'm making cigarettes. I go and buy a bag of tobacco and get a box of tubes with a filter already on them and make my own cigarettes. Yes, ASO, yeah, I know I don't like Found on the Road Dead, but there are exceptions, okay? I have actually owned a Ford at one time. That's only because General Motors and Dodge didn't make tractors. If you wanted a good tractor, you had to get a Ford.
They were good tractors. That's one thing they did definitely do right.
Yeah. And that one there, no, it's not left-handed cigarettes. The only reason I've got my left hand, I'm in the house. That's why I got the fan here to draw the smoke and everything out. And I got my ashtray sitting over here. But, yes, I'm a Mopar guy. But like I said, now there are exceptions. Okay? One, yeah, the Mad Max car. The other car I would love to be able to get my hands on, but they only made 3 of them. And that's the Corvette from Corvette Summer.
They made 3 or just 2? I thought it was 2.
There was 3 of them made.
There was 3 of them. Okay.
3 of them were made by Corky's Customz, and they were, I think at that time, about $20,000 a piece.
So you're talking about the movie cars or a kit to build the movie car?
No, I'm talking about the actual movie car.
Okay. Well, that's interesting. Okay, so they had the red one and they had the gold one. So what was the third one?
Well, they were all red. Okay.
One of them was the other color.
Right.
Remember in the movie it was repainted.
Right. It was repainted, but they had 3 of them. The 3 that were made. One was used for the Van Nuys Boulevard scene. Okay. The other one was for the high-speed chase scenes.
Oh.
Okay. And then the third one was like close-ups. The biggest problem they had is that the nose on it was so heavy it kept falling off. But yeah, they had the 3 different ones for different parts of it.
Ari.
Bryce chewing his tequila. No, you know what I had, which is amazing? Are you guys Costco fans?
Are
No.
we?
No?
Costco blows.
Strongly disagree. Strongly disagree. Costco has this huge bowl of shrimp, And I mean, it's like this huge bowl of shrimp. It's like $10, and it's amazing.
It's all the shrimp that the rest of the local stores would not sell.
I don't care. It tastes good.
Let me go back and answer Ari's comment here. I like my Fords because nobody else does. Everybody and their grandmother can work on a Chevrolet. Nothing new to learn there. Well, I guess to me there might be because I don't work on them much. Nobody knows anything about Ford, so it's like perfect. You know, it's like a whole new world.
Yep.
So that's what kind of attracted me that direction. I dabbled in Mopar.
Yeah. You know, I think Bear Rose, he needs to come here to Texas to get that Ford that's sitting in that junkyard, because it was what do we figure it was 58 or 59.
Which one was it?
What was that Ford that I showed? That one had the Ford
that might have been the 59. I remember you showing it to me. I'm trying to remember what it was. I think it was the 59.
Okay.
Oh no, was it the 58?
Was it the 58 or 59? Because they had the 4 headlights in the front.
Yeah, they both 58 and 9 both had 4 headlights, but one was ugly and one wasn't so ugly. 59 was pretty ugly.
But I mean,
there's people I know that like them. I'm like, okay.
Right, but the thing about it is that car, from what I understand, is still sitting there, and it probably won't be much longer, and it's going to be getting moved out and getting crushed. And that's that one that probably has the Y block in it.
Yeah, well, let's see. I think they shied away from the Y blocks. I think they went to the 352 and 390s. Only the trucks had the Y blocks in those years, I think. Yeah, I'm almost pretty sure about that. You need to get that. You ever heard of there was this kid that used to be on YouTube. He used to do a lot of car flipping, car buying. What was his? Monster Rust. He's a Texas kid. And he buys and sells cars. You know what I'm talking about, right, Bryce? I haven't seen a video of him in forever. But he'd be the guy you'd want to get interested in this stuff and pick these cars up.
Oh, look at Billy Bobowski.
Billy.
What's up, dog?
What's up?
Billy Mater.
What's up, boys? What's up, Mater?
You know what? Billy, you'd be really happy with me. The last couple times that I left the house, right before I left the house, I clicked on the Billy Bobowski playlist, and I just let it go.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate it. No worries. It's all good. Oh, shit. I dropped my cane.
Hey, sorry, I know Mater and Ollie's were in the middle of a dialogue there, but did the stuff in Hawaii affect you at all? Like where you're at?
Are you talking to me? Sorry.
Yes.
Oh, no, it did not affect me at all. I live in the Big Island. I don't live on Maui.
Oh, okay.
But we do have some fires here in Hawaii too, in Ka'u and a couple of places, some in Oahu. But Maui is the worst ever, so that's pretty bad. But didn't affect me, but it did affect a lot of people. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really bad over there.
Yeah, it got pretty bad.
Were nuts.
All the islands got together and they all, help each other out and they donate and all that stuff, and it was crazy. That's really crazy. And Mater, I'm gonna get that license plate for you, the Hawaiian license plate that I know you've been asking for. I gotta go see my brother tomorrow, and he has one. He showed me a picture of one that was kind of crappy. I didn't like it. So I'm gonna try to get one for you, and then I'm gonna hook up with you, and then I'm gonna send you a Hawaii license plate.
All right, that'll work.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, but Bryce, hey, Oldies, good to see you guys. I was watching earlier when you guys were doing the trivia, and then I had some company over, so I had to bail out. But who won? I forgot who. I don't know who won. Got to be Oldies.
Yep.
Yeah.
He won. He wins.
Oldies
That's
won.
the guy that wins.
Yeah, we do it. Oldies won. Does Oldie win everything? Jesus.
That's what we used to say about Mongrels. The only reason why I win is because he's not here.
Mongrels won like 3, right, or 4. I mean, I've been keeping.
So yeah, Mongrels won 4, and then
Yeah.
Ollie's was at 4,
Just
but now
beat it.
today's is 5th. But what
Yeah.
cracks me up is I remember, like right before Ollie's started winning them over and over, like he was just saying like, man, I can't get a win, you know. And then all of a sudden now he's just like racking them up, you know.
no,
Well,
Yeah.
you're going to have to bring Mongrels out of retirement to kill me again.
Yeah. And I know,
I'm telling
Mater, what is this, Mater? Is this your 3rd time on the trivia? I think second time? Yeah.
And
Mater's getting the swing.
But
Yeah,
both
right
times both times coming in second.
Hey, I've been I was pulling for you this time. I actually said Mater, go get him. So,
Yep.
All right, on.
Well, and Mater has got progressively better too, because this time, I mean, it was only a 1 point difference between everybody, you know. So I mean, it was a pretty. Puglies is in here too.
Right on.
Yeah.
All right. My dinner's ready, so I'll be right back.
No problem. Yeah, if you're not friends with Billy Bobowski, Billy has got everything. He said it's all good. Go be friends with Billy. He's got all types of stuff.
I got a bunch of crap.
From games to
action figures to doing stupid stuff. I guess I don't know.
Stuff.
Yeah. It's a bunch of stuff. Bunch of crap, but great to meet all of you guys, of course. It's weird that we're all like everybody knows each other on this. Like I got Bryce, I got Ollie's, I got Mater. I know Mater too. Like Mater's in here. Like what the hell?
Yeah.
Chaz, trust me, Mongrels is a freaking car salesman from birth. Yeah.
Yeah. So all those guys.
I couldn't beat Mongrels if I tried. That guy's like he'd sell a busted ass freaking car to some deaf blind kid or something. I mean, he's good.
He's
good.
I know Bryce. He'd been texting me and like on Instagram and stuff. He's like, "Do you want to join the garage trivia?" I'm like, "I don't know, man. I don't know how to. I'm not really
Bill."
But see, that's the best part.
That's right. You don't have to know nothing. Just make them think you do.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's all you got to do.
I got a Toyota. Look at it in the back right there. There's my Toyota.
Yeah.
See? Now you're a Toyota expert already.
Yeah. Toyota expert. Yeah, I'm ready.
And you'd probably have me believing it.
Bryce has his, what is it? The Dodge? I'm sorry. It's a Dodge.
Oh, the 52 Dodge that I got?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Morticia.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah,
I want to see that thing going.
I like it.
I should have it driving by this weekend. I mean, it still has a lot to do, but I should have it like where I can drive at least around the neighborhood by this weekend, hopefully.
Cool.
I got the rebuild kit for the car, got the fuel system set up, got the fuel tank hood up, or the fuel tank connected, leveled, all that kind of stuff. And so I just need to connect the drivetrain, put the carb rebuild kit on, and then I don't know if it uses a universal joint. I would imagine it would, but there's some kind of clunking there. But I think it's just a connection piece of sort.
That might have been a question on the trivia you should have asked.
Yeah, but how do I phrase that?
Does a Dodge Wayfarer have a U-joint?
Hi, Tiffany. Tiffany Lava Shark Johnson, how you doing? Hi.
That would have been a good question. Yeah, Tiffany's awesome. Tiffany's
I'll
always
drop my camera while I eat.
She's always here. Tiffany has everyone. So yeah.
Like that. While I eat, I'm just going to be nice and drop my camera down.
I made it jump in your cannon.
Keep on the grind, Hot Rod guy.
Thank you, Hot Rod.
Purple?
Bad Attitude C10's in here. Oh, I think I got an email from you too. I'll reply back to that email here in a minute. Bad Attitude. Sounds like Ollie's Bad Attitude wants to have some involvement there. So.
I didn't want to do the trivia. I just love the after party, and every time it gives me a notification.
Yeah.
I click the bell, so when you see that Ice Spider Garage. Okay. Oh, after party. Okay, I'm gonna get in there.
We like having you on.
Yes, I love it.
I love the game show, but sometimes I like the after party because I don't have to really be so focused.
Yeah, no, but you're like focusing. You're like clicking on everything, and like I don't know how the hell you do it. Like you got all the.
I don't know how he does it either.
I don't know what
It's
the
a
hell
lot of
you're
moving
doing.
parts. It's a lot of moving
Then
parts.
you're doing the chat, and then you're putting the chat up. And I did StreamYard like twice, and I'm still like, what the hell? But, like, dude, you're like a great host. Bryce, come on there. Let's go.
Someday I'll be famous.
It's awesome.
Ollie's and I will be famous someday. I'm telling you.
Yeah, you guys are awesome.
It might be by choice. I don't want to be famous.
Hey Bryce, when you do that part where it's what are they asking? You gotta start doing it like The Price is Right. Whoever's the closest is the winner without going over.
Yeah, it goes to $1.
I thought we did that once, kind of like that.
I think we did.
Bob Barker
I remember the 1501 or something before, or I get C blocked by the others or something. We've done it which is fun. We should do that again.
I think it just makes it. The only challenge to it is because the audience picks the winner.
Yeah.
It makes a unique thing. So.
And Oli pays everyone off.
Yeah.
That's why he didn't have any money to buy parts for his cars.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see all the unfinished projects here?
Yeah.
Yeah. The field of broken dreams and despair.
That's only a quarter of it.
Danson's back in here.
I'm that guy that I hated when I was a teenager.
Was Billy born in Hawaii, or did he just speak English before he moved there? I don't know. I was actually born in Hawaii, but yeah.
Dancing, I think I got that same picture in my post office too.
What?
Which picture?
The picture of the 10 most wanted by the FBI.
Am I in there?
No, I think Bryce is.
Yeah, Bryce is at the top. Bryce got to be like top 5 at least.
Hey, I got 2. If you want to haul your butt up here and get the other one, I'll sell it to you.
Wait, 2 of what? The Mopars?
No, he's talking about my Mustang here, the 66. I got 2 of them.
Yeah, what are you asking for those things?
Well, you gonna pay me?
Are you gonna haul it?
Hey, I'll give you $2 for them. That means $1 but all the worst.
Let me put it to you this way. That one you see here, I've had it for I think I've had it before I had my shop. So you know I got it cheap because I bought it way back in the day. The other one I got it because the guy actually a family I knew, they wanted it gone, and I gave them I don't want it price, and they took it.
No.
I insulted them because I didn't really want it.
ASO says he'll give you $50 tonight.
Yeah. $50.
Well, that's about what I insulted them for the other one, yeah.
It'd be cool to fix up an old Mustang. I wouldn't mind doing that.
I'll tell you what, the reason why I went that route, so the story on this one here, this one belonged to my ex-wife. I don't have an ex-wife anymore, but I kept the car. Good trade.
Yeah.
So...
I think you still have an ex-wife.
Yeah.
Well,
I would burn that car already. I would just burn it.
No, I got rid of the problem. I kept the car. So, anyways, I decided I was going to give that to my daughter because, again, like Bryce was saying, they're cheap and easy to fix up. I can basically build that car on one credit card on a phone call. I mean, since COVID, it's gotten real interesting. But it used to be where you could order anything and everything you wanted with one phone call. So I figured it'd be a perfect first car for a kid because if she goes out and plows the thing into 10 parked cars, it wouldn't be hard to fix it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So nowadays things are getting a little interesting.
Not to cut you off, Oli's, but do you guys watch Epi's Chop Shop? I totally did. I know.
Well, no, actually, I watched his last night, Epi. I made a comment on his video.
I think how I started watching his channel is he bought that boat engine that he put in his Ford truck. Did you see that? Yeah. But he's a pretty funny dude.
He freaking bags on that thing.
Hey,
I've never seen it.
it.
If you listen closely, you can hear a small block Ford just crying bloody murder when his foot's on the accelerator. I mean, he literally bags the shit out of that thing. But it takes every bit of it. I'm impressed.
I want that spiderweb tailgate.
How about you got a spider web tattoo like that?
Oh, hey, you just need an iSpider garage coming off that thing.
Yeah, you know what? That'd be kind of cool. I'll put like an iSpider. I'll put a little iSpider in there and I'll represent you. Here you go, buddy.
Hey, we got Bear Rose. What's up, Bear Rose?
What's going on?
Boom, baby.
Ari. Sorry, I seen this comment earlier. Ari, you going to move up here? Is that what I'm reading? You diving out of California? Thurston's not too far from me.
There you go.
Ari's been talking about that for a little while.
Yeah.
I don't know why Thurston. Hopefully it's for job related, but I guess it's probably worse places to live. Anywhere along I-5.
Where's that in relation to where you're at, Ollie's?
He's that'd be an hour or two north of me, I think.
Okay.
He's up I-5, or that Thurston County would be up I-5.
Gotcha. Bear Rose. What's new with Bear Rose? Oh, and we got ASO back too.
Got a signal. I finally got a signal.
Tunnel Ram Kim, what's going on, man?
Ford.
We'll make you a Ford guy yet.
We got that coconut wireless over here.
The Tunnel Ram videos, that's what I was watching from Bear Rose. Wasn't that you? Yeah.
Those right there.
There you
Ollie,
go.
did you see Barrow's engine?
What's that?
Did you see Barrow's engine?
Oh yeah, I seen it.
Let's see. Where's it? Oh, behind him. There we go.
I've been watching his vids.
Picked up a set of Hoosiers. Now I can say, who's your daddy?
Hey, Bear Rose, I got a question for you.
Sure.
Did you see that video I did when I went to the junkyard about a couple of months ago?
Vaguely remember it.
Well, if Bryce will let me, I'm going to play that one part where showing that Ford and everything. Is that okay, Bryce?
Yeah, go ahead. Puggley's, it sounds like Puggley's Speed Shop's out. We'll see you later, brother.
Oh, later, man.
All right.
Thanks for stopping in, Chaz.
Hey,
Wait, hold on. Before, is there any copyright things I'll get flagged for?
no, because, I mean, it's my video.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. You're all
Ready?
good.
Oh, it looks like Oldie.
Whoa, hang on.
Oh, was that you, dude? In the news? No, I'm
I
fucking-
said $50 off on that car. You seen that, didn't you,
Yeah.
Ollie?
Something went wrong there. Hang on, let me.
No
Hey, we're
problem.
talking
You're good.
I don't know what happened. I went to play it and it didn't.
Huh.
Let me go back.
Maybe it's a Ghostbusters thing. It doesn't want you to cross the screens.
Yeah.
Let me try this again.
If you start it playing, I'll see it there and I'll click it up when it starts going.
All right, let's try this again.
Okay, hit the play on it. I can see it.
All right,
There you go.
we'll turn the volume up.
Get
on
it all moved out of the way. Let's see what we got here. Hey, I'm gonna take another car tomorrow.
All right.
Watch out for mosquitoes.
They better watch out for me. But let's see what we got in here. It's an old. What we got?
Oh wow.
58.
Oh hell, Ollie. I got an old Ford. Found on road dead. Don't know what it is. Got a kind of a messed up fender right here. Grill, not in that great a shape. So I gotta watch what I'm doing. What is this old Ford?
Please tell me they didn't crush that
That's what we
thing.
got. Kind of watch what I'm doing back in here.
It's a Hooter.
I don't even know what year.
Is there a dead body in the trunk?
Might be.
Definitely no. It says Ford,
Look at that.
and I don't know what kind,
Okay.
but we got like dual tail lights over there on it. Single over here. One tail light's missing. Got the single exhaust, so I don't know. I'm not gonna mess with anything. I'm not gonna get into it. Quarter panel's kind of roach on it.
Tiffany.
Got some of the trim and everything missing. What I can tell, it don't look like it's all that bad. So, all right.
That's where
Well, there you go. Like I said, I'm hanging out here with Cowboy.
All right. So, Barrows, what is that? And from what I understand, it's still do what?
It's exactly what's sitting right there.
You need a spare one?
Yeah, it's a 300.
Well,
It's better.
probably will make a good deal. That car is still sitting there as of 2 days ago.
Go get it.
I don't have the money, and I don't have a need for a full time run the road dead.
Those hoods are worth
Ouch.
Oh, oh, yeah.
It's a
Price is
1 year
loving
old.
that, huh? Frankie. Frankie.
Yeah.
Phone on road dead. Ouch. I feel ya.
Hey, my car's run.
Yeah, I know.
But, you know, I mean, that's the thing, you know, of course, later in the video is the Cadillac that just got crushed. With
That was
all
hard to see
chrome.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, from Cowboy.
Yeah. Let me see if I can find that. Let me see if I can find that part.
The tail lights are cheap. They're repopping those for like $8. But it's got good bezels. And always on the driver's side, they're rusted out. All of mine are. Got 3 of them. Well, one's a Fairlane, but
All right. Well, I found the spot where it's got the Cadillac.
yep, that's the 300 Tudor.
Get around over here to it. So I can see what it might have been at one time.
Yeah, there's that boat
I
they
gotta
just
watch
got through
myself.
doing. But this is the Cadillac they crushed.
I don't know what this is.
Oh, that's the caddy they crushed.
Gunk and
Yep.
everything in it.
That's a nice column.
Yeah.
Oh, no
Look at
Cadillac.
those seats. Those seats are in pretty
Damn.
good shape.
You got your big old Cadillac over here. I don't know what year. It's got the fins, so it's got to be
Ah,
late 50s, early 60s.
Damn.
The roof on it right here, yeah, that's kind of roached out.
yeah,
Now, look
it's
at this,
pretty
man. It's
rough.
still got the extensions and everything for the rear fender wells. Now, you used to have to be able to take those off, just change out the rear tires on it. I don't know.
That's the same
can't
one he
tell if it's
crushed?
got the
Yeah.
rear end up
I
in
don't
it.
remember
It
the
probably
roof being
does.
that bad.
Yeah, the roof looks kind
But
of rough.
yeah, I still got the rear end. Yeah, the roof is definitely, right there on the.
But you could have made it into a convertible, you know?
I know. But like I said, yeah, that's the one that is in that video that got crushed. Because I went back at this video and looked at it and go, yep, that's the same one. Because that one didn't have the rear bumper on it, and all that was in the trunk.
You should have bought it, Nader. You should have bought it.
What were they selling them at? What would you have been able to purchase it for, Bader, if you were to buy it from him? Were they going by pound or by what?
They were going by pound.
Oh shit!
Wow.
Yeah, and most of you gotta consider right now cars like that probably would have brought about $500-600.
Oh.
Yep. See, this is where guys gotta have some land to dump that shit onto.
Yeah.
Well, how much a pound? Like, how much you talking? Pound? How much is a pound?
Yeah. What's it going per pound right now?
Yeah, what's it going for pound?
I think it was 150 a ton.
Shit.
Oh, that's God. Oh.
Fuck.
And
Yeah, ain't no money off that.
150
No.
a ton.
Yeah.
It was cheap. It would have been cheaper to keep that car and part it out. Or, I mean, it would have been more profitable to part that car out. Wow.
I mean, I would love to, but my biggest problem is I haven't had a job since October, so having funds and everything to buy stuff like that. Now, I've got some room here at the house that I could store stuff that nobody would know about, but I don't have that big of an area or a proper way of getting the vehicles in to get them stored. It'd be nice, but
that thing is, Ford's got a
I'd borrow a forklift and stack them on each other for that price.
Yeah.
Seriously.
that rear end alone you can sell for a bunch.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I just bought one of those, Kim. It was been sitting on Marketplace for a while. $275.
Really?
It was a 9-inch out of a 59 Edsel. Same thing.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yep.
390s in it.
I don't know the gears yet. I got to pull it out. The tag was gone.
so what's that?
Run a little taller in them.
So let me ask you this: what would that Ford I showed you? What would something like that be worth?
I'll give you a hint. The hood alone, I was looking for one. Just the hood on it, with that hood scoop chrome in it, about $1,200.
Holy Lord.
$1,200 just for the hood
is like
Just for the hood.
gold.
And
Barrows. Hey, if you want, I'll get a hold of them. I'll get a hold of Cowboy and see what the guy wants for that car. What he would take.
Oh Lord, it cost me a bundle in shipping though. Where's it at?
It's here in Texas.
Yeah, that's the killer. That's the killer.
It would probably cost them about $1,800 in shipping.
Yeah.
Well, and here's the thing. It's a non-running, hardly moving vehicle. So you're going to have to find a transporter that can deal with basically a slab of iron.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'll put it like this: most of those vehicles been sitting there since late '80s, early '90s. So they've been sitting there for a while.
The Caddy was pretty roach, but that little Ford 300, you could. Oh, that wouldn't take much at all to flip that out.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this: if you found one in that condition, would you just
$300? I got a bunch of them out there that I got for that much.
Okay.
Everybody's got a yard full of them.
Right. So if you found one in that condition, what would you be willing to pay for it?
That I'd be willing to pay for it?
Yeah.
Shit.
Around here,
Yeah, 500.
well, I gave $2,500 for my Fairlane with no engine or tranny in it. Well, it had an FE in it. That you open the hood and you look at the flex plate.
Well, you don't tell them what you're willing to pay. You tell them what you want to pay.
But that was a Fairlane club sedan. They're a little different.
All right. Well, I do know that boat and everything that was right there by that Cadillac.
It
He
is
ripped the motor out of it already.
Yeah.
if you could get a hold of it, I mean, that's a rock solid investment right there, especially the prices you were just saying.
Just in parts, it's worth some money.
Yeah.
Well, the worst part about the parts is if you don't have a base to sell to yet, creating that base and getting the word out that you have the parts and you're selling them. or
Yep.
spending the time on eBay, which
Yeah.
there's a guy down south of me. He runs West Coast Classic Cougar, Don Rush. Used to be based out of Portland. Used to do business with him all the time. He's created his own empire of Cougars, just 67 to, I don't know, 78 Cougars. In his eBay business alone, he lists 10 to 20,000 items, brings him in an easy $4,000 to $5,000 a month. Just his eBay stuff.
Damn.
But he's got a constant, he's constantly adding stuff to his eBay store every day.
Right.
Right.
It's hard work.
It's a lot of work, but
It's a lot of work.
if you're willing to do it, it'll pay.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Well, there's another guy I watch on YouTube that does crushing also. He said that was an F100 unibody truck, solid front axle. He's been trying for about 4 or 5 months to try and sell it. Nobody's interested. So now he started cutting it all up.
Okay, what was he asking for?
I'll be right back.
I think
What's wrong, Billy?
12 or 1,300, I think.
Yeah, that's a fair price for a unibody.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
Again,
it
the
had
problem-
solid.
The problem with the unibodies in those F100s in those years, I think they made them 3 years. The problem with them was the rust behind the cab and the bed.
That, and if you overloaded them, the doors popped open.
Yep.
but it's a Texas truck, right?
No, that one was actually up in Kansas.
Ooh,
Yeah, it's probably real rusty.
Nope.
$1,200.
it's not
up in
Nebraska, but it's close.
What kind of hell units has it got?
But up in Kansas, they don't rust as bad also.
Well, that's just like that 79 Ford that I sold here a while back. I didn't think that I'd get what I got out of it. And it surprised the crap out of me. And it stayed on the marketplace 10 minutes and it sold. And it surprised the crap out of me.
Unis,
See,
I've
happy.
seen them for high, and I've seen them sit too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are we fighting for control here?
Yeah. We were trying to do the same thing.
Epi, get a hold of me if you have any more questions on that small block. Dude, I've done tons of them things, and I think the build you're kind of going along with, I've done a few of those. So, I mean, like he was asking questions about it in the chat, and their parts are probably getting hard to get a hold of, but I kind of lined you up on some stuff if you want to do some other things. Maybe they can get a hold of parts up for you.
I told
Yeah.
him what he needed to do is find a set of GT40 heads and put on that 289.
Oh,
I think he's trying to keep it like retro looking, kind of. The GT40s you can make look older just by throwing the valve covers and color on it and everything. But if you look close enough, you can see it's a GT40 head.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, some of these machine shops, but they're taking over like the children of the dads that started the business. Some of them are kind of questionable. I hate to say it, some of the kids didn't quite get the skills the dad had.
Let me tell you, Mr. Ed on here is one of the best machine shop guys I've seen in a long time.
Ed's awesome.
Yep, he is.
I got a great guy here in town I use. He's a Ford guy. Matter of fact, a lot of the Ford tricks I know is from him. And he's actually retiring out, and his kids are taking over the business, so I'm kind of keeping my eye on him. But yeah, the dude, Jim, the guy that owns the business, I think he still owns it, but he's sharp as a tack with Ford stuff. And he's got one of the baddest 70 Mustang fastbacks you've ever seen. He built himself a fake Boss 429 for it. It's a real 429 Boss, but it's not like he bought the kit to turn a big block Ford into a Boss. So it's a ton of money, and it looks cool. Runs tough too.
That's where I got those slicks from. Was my machinist, and he's a big Ford guy too. Those are
See,
all race cars.
you're just in the wrong. You gotta stick with the Fords, Kim. There's no one. I'm telling you. Come on over from the dark side. You'll like it.
I tell you, I love my Fords.
That's where I
Keep me close. Those Chevys make me lazy.
I just find it more exciting because Chevys are so easy and everyone knows about them, which I guess has its pluses when you're starting out. I
Well,
don't maybe-
you know why Chevys are so easy to work on?
because you have to work on them all the time.
Because there's a multitude of them broke down in the damn junkyard to get the parts for.
Ooh, cuss words. Uh-oh. Well, they did it right. They got popular because they took one engine platform and they carried it for like several decades.
I can't say nothing. I got a
You
good
know.
Chevrolet out there in the front yard. I can't say nothing.
Hey,
Nobody
don't be
loves-
bagging now.
Nobody loves any Toyota. No love for Toyota.
Poor Billy, he's down in the corner.
Nobody, no Toyota. No love for Toyotas.
Poor
I'll
Billy,
tell you what,
he's the only one that's got a Toyota in the bunch.
once they swap a Chevy into it,
I was just
We're
going to
gonna
say,
purchase
I've
later.
never seen that a small block Chevy in it.
Oh, I can see Billy doing an LS swap on that Toyota.
Yeah,
No, they put an FE in it.
yeah.
460,
Yeah.
429.
It's a brand new 2008 Toyota Tacoma, and it only has 48,000 miles on it. So.
Oh yeah.
so you know what's crazy, Billy? When I was in the service and we were down south out and running around in New Mexico and whatnot, we ran into a bunch of guys that had the earlier Toyota trucks, the straight axle trucks.
Yep.
Several of them were swapped with small block Chevys, and there was even one guy had a 351 Windsor in his.
Holy
And
shit.
they were lifted up on 40s. I mean, they were pretty badass trucks,
Yeah.
you know. And it was kind of the craziest thing. Even though there were V8s in them, they were running stock Toyota running gear.
Yeah.
Never had a problem with them.
You
Those
see,
Toyota straight
you see-
axle cars.
you see, if
tough.
Billy would ship that truck down here to Alabama, I'll show him how to take care of that Toyota. I'd sling every rod out of that motor.
Yeah, guarantee.
And then you have a reason to put your FE in it.
Pictures of that Yoda we built. We took the cab and set it a foot back on the frame. Took the bed off, you know, it had an outer wrap on it. That was a lot of fun.
Hey, Billy, drop your link in there and I'll sub to you.
Tiffany, jump the link. Tiffany's great. Tiffany Lava Shark Johnson.
Yeah, drop my link where he can sub to me because I need one more person to sub.
All right, I will. And drop your link too, because I'm subscribed to everyone. So, let's see.
How do you do that?
I don't know. Tiffany knows how to do it so good. This
Yeah.
Mater. I'm already with Mater. I got Mater. That's my boy Mater. Who else we got? I'm looking.
I got ASO right here.
Tiffany Lava Shark Johnson. She chose up links. Look, there you go.
There you go. You got
Boom.
Mater right there.
And then what is this? I Spider Garage just dropped.
I dropped ASOs there.
Here we go. Got it.
I'll drop Ari's here. Let me see.
Yes,
Make sure and throw up Bear Roses. You
Yeah.
can skip mine. I ain't got nothing to watch anyways.
No, I got you ready.
Ollie's telling a story.
Okay,
Ollie's got some nice stories
Outlaws.
up
They got
there.
Outlaws. Okay, I got that.
That he does. Ollie's got some sweet stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
I got a bunch of junk.
Yeah, all these has a bunch of shit he didn't want to post.
See, see all this shit out here.
06 Corolla, 255,000 miles. Yes, sir. Toyota. Billy 06 Corolla, 255. Hey, Toyota's not
I
small.
think this picture here is 2010 or something like that, I think.
Okay, I think I don't know, but I don't know where Bear. Where's Bear?
I dropped Bear Rose.
Okay, right there's Bear Rose. I got Bear Rose.
I
Okay.
don't see Billy's link in there.
Billy, yeah, we need Billy's up there. Let's see. Billy Bobowski. Such an awesome name, Bobowski.
Bear Rose, you remind me of my uncle, man. I swear to God. You
Oh,
love that
really?
uncle. For real, man. My uncle got everything. In your video, I just watched. You had a beard going on, huh? That was nice. Love the beard.
Well, it gets freaking cold in Idaho.
It gets real cold.
Gotta have the fuzz, man.
Yeah. I shaved all my shit. I got no gold teeth just to cover my fatness.
Rose, my question is,
Hey, what do you think this is here for? It gets hot
Yeah.
here too, but it smooths
Yeah.
out the rolls.
Smooth out the rolls, bro. I'm with you, brother.
Rose, my question is,
I like to be clean shaved and everything, but I like a mustache. But I'm like, fuck, I'll keep a goatee to cover up my fucking fat looking. No, like a turkey. No, like a turkey. We gotta cover that shit up.
You can
Yeah,
tell
that's what
every
we
time I
do.
go to town. Like,
No.
Is that what it is,
Dinner
Kim?
done? I don't know.
when they make me go to town. I
Oldies Garage,
cover
yeah, I
that.
got oldies. Got oldies already. I don't watch his videos. I just watch.
Yeah,
him
no,
when
I
he's
wouldn't
here.
watch my shit either.
Yeah. I only watch when he comes up the highest part of garage trivia.
That's
That's
right.
it.
10 seconds in, you fuck this guy.
Yeah, like fuck this guy from all these guys. Fuck this. He keeps winning this fucking. I'm like, oh god.
Yeah, he don't need my support. He's getting up
Yeah,
to
he'll
the
be-
freaking game show.
Yeah, fuck.
Oh, man.
He don't own a fucking Toyota, so fuck him. Nah, just kidding.
Next video, you'll see one in the background. Oh, look
Yeah,
what I
next-
found on Marketplace yesterday.
Yeah, Marketplace. I just got a Toyota Tacoma, 2004. It's not lifted, but it's a good running car. It
Has some stuff in an FE into it.
200,000 miles on it.
Yeah.
Like it has 200,000 miles on it, but it's a good car. Good car. Good.
Ollie's Garage makes Toyotas, tolerable by stuffing Fords in them. That'll be the next video.
now if it was a Nissan, then I'd say just leave it alone, and you can get 1 million miles out of it.
Yeah. As long as you change oil, man.
Miles.
Just change oil. That's all you gotta do. Change oil, give it a tune up. We're good to go.
I can't leave nothing alone. I buy cars that run, and now they don't.
Well, it's because you park them in fields.
Well, I go in to change oil, and I realize, I need to take the engine out and repaint it or something, or
Yeah.
oh yeah, it's running fine. We'll just rip it all apart and do new gaskets to
You
it.
need new terminals, and you need this, and I think you gotta get this. And your window wipers are not looking too good too. You gotta get those. You gotta get, man. You should see to get a safety check in Hawaii, dude. I'm telling you. Oh my god. You don't want to get a safety check in Hawaii. I swear to God, they will fucking rip your car like you were getting a fucking colonoscopy, pretty much.
Billy, what's the price of gas over there?
So the price of gas right now, probably $6, the highest, 6 something.
Bucks. Oh,
Yeah, hi. What is that, babe? Like $5.40 to $6, bro.
You know what's sad? He's not much. He's only cents different than this jackass running Washington's charging us.
Yeah,
wow.
it's
And they
fucking-
gotta send tankers of it out to where he's at, and it's just connected to the line here. Tell me whose dirty hands are in the kitty.
Yeah,
Wait,
so fucking bad.
really quick, I'm curious. Okay, so can we go around real quick? I'm just kind of curious. Bear Rose, what's your gas prices right now?
415, 414.
And where you at?
Okay.
I need a recap on everybody where you guys are at. Like where you guys are.
Idaho.
Oh yeah. And where's your geo too?
Yeah, I need to know the recaps of everybody.
It's 326 here in Alabama, well, Central Alabama.
Okay.
It's like West Central Alabama.
Wow, that's-
I think we're around 4.25 here in Arizona.
Going up.
Holy
Yeah.
cow!
Let me double check now.
509.
Holy shit, Oldie! What the
Christmas.
Wow.
Grab your water.
$75 to fill that piece of shit up today.
Oh, fuck, nigga.
How much?
Hey,
a gallon?
change your plans. Change your plans, buddy.
I got like Malama cards.
How much is there, Mayor?
I'm looking at my Murphy, which unfortunately my local one's getting remodeled. Closest one, they're saying it's for $3.33 a gallon.
What the fuck? I'm the highest in
Hey,
what?
Texas has always been good on prices.
Texas is good, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
Wow.
how much is it now? We got
But
Bucky's
keep
over
in
here.
mind,
They might have
I'm in Washington State. Kim is right next door.
Arizona.
Kim is like one state over, and he's like $2 a gallon less than me. Well, almost.
Hi,
Almost
Tiffany.
$2 a gallon less than I am.
And Bad Attitude says 312 in Texas where he's at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But and I'm in from Hawaii, so my Hawaii prices, yep, they're like $540 to $620.
Ari's at 6 there. Ari's in
California.
right?
Yeah.
And the thing about with Blake, he's about he's not even
Yeah,
an
that's
hour
a
away.
Toyota right there. That's banging.
Yeah,
Whose
that's
truck
cool.
is that?
Looks like a Toyota.
Does
Fuck,
it
that's better,
evaporate at 120? It kind of does, man.
It kind of looks like a Toyota, but it's like, fuck, is that a Toyota right there? Fuck.
That's
a
Bear
Toyota
Road.
truck, but it looks like on a Ford
That's like
frame.
the Toyota fucking shell. That's like a,
Mm-hmm.
that's a Toyota shell, dude.
Yeah.
See, I could be in garage trivia. The next, I gotta be in the next one. See.
I can't figure out how to advance it.
Hey, there you go, Billy. If you
Oh
want to.
shit!
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. Now I'm lost. There's our truck.
That's a Ford. That's gotta be a Ford.
That's what I need right there.
I would drive that daily. I
That
would
looks
drive that
familiar.
everywhere.
And everybody in the back, we can just sit in the back while you drive it.
I'd like to drive it through downtown Portland.
Yeah.
Straight through it.
That would be the ultimate no-name national truck right there. Everybody get on the back and go down the
Oh,
track.
that's fucking sick.
Did y'all see the video where
Oh,
they had that
was-
one monster truck?
That
They
was
go out mudding and everything in it. And they got almost to the other side, and the thing flipped over on its side with everybody in the back.
Oh, I might have seen that one.
I lost it. Spun out of control. Anyway, that was the Toyota we did.
I mean, it'd be great to see Oli on his back. I mean, I don't know.
Nobody wants to see that.
You know,
That's why I'm still single.
yeah. Oh.
She didn't want to see it either.
Yeah. And that's why you got the Mustang.
She knew I couldn't get up and chase her once I was on my back.
Go ahead, bitch. Get out of here, bitch. I'm keeping the Mustang.
That's
We got
right.
John Marshall Builder in here.
Hey, what's going on, John? John's another Washington guy too.
Yeah.
This is classic.
I lost it.
What happened? We're watching this.
Bear Rose used to run around with the monster truck series. So him and his dad, they did some pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, I
Oh,
bet
is
that
that
was
what that
pretty cool.
was?
So I
That's
guess
pretty cool.
I guess I get the highest gas prices. I guess from Hawaii.
I don't know if I want that trophy. You can keep that
Yeah.
trophy.
Fuck.
You know what's sad is I'm not far from that same price you're paying. That's
Yeah.
what sucks.
When I
Hey
pay-
Billy, you know what you win for having the highest price? You know what you win? Absolutely nothing.
I
Hey,
lose every
Billy.
fucking thing.
Hey, Billy, I'm gonna give you a round of applause.
Yeah. Thank you. But let me hear this. I heard one mechanic or somebody told me that if you put gas, you should put like the super, like the best gas, super. It lasts longer. It burns good. Is that true? Does that help you out? Like, should I do super or just go regular?
I think it's all the same, man.
It's not the same. It doesn't matter, right?
No, you don't have a need for the extra octane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually have a funny story on this one. I won't say who the person is, just in case they don't want me to share it.
Yeah.
But somebody I know that worked at a gas station said that basically, because there's
The grades.
there's tolerances in the way they measure the difference in each one, right? There's like a variance tolerance that they can be within that window, right? And basically, the tolerance would allow, there was enough of a tolerance between each one where they could use the same gas and it would still qualify for multiple.
So they would
I
sell the
worked at a
same gas and make it to octane, a non-octane. Or whatever the fuck.
I worked at a gas station for almost 20 years, full time and part time, and all three of them got the same gas from the same tank from the same truck.
See?
Yeah, because the tolerances, right? Yeah.
And then
There you
it's
go.
like, oh, you want fucking premium, you want super, you want that. So I'm like, oh, maybe everybody go get the super.
Yeah.
Well,
Super's like
depends on your
540 or
engine.
some fucking shit.
Well, right. Well, the thing about with super unleaded, now since I've got a Harley, okay, I can run regular in it, but it runs much better
Better with the
on
super.
super unleaded because of the way the engine is designed. They make them design, and they even specify run super unleaded in them, you know, all the time.
Yeah.
You must have a good gas station there.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I feel you now because I always said regular. And it's like, just put super. And I'm like, really?
Yeah, Billy, I'm not going to drag
I know.
you back your truck now since you pay $6 a gallon. I see why you drive the Toyota.
Yeah. Fuck. Yeah, bro. Fuck yeah. Man, I fucking and to fill it up, like when I'm at quarter tank, it takes about $70.
Mm-hmm.
So that fill it up. $70.
Mine was 75 today, and I was about quarter tank.
$70.
Well, hell, y'all would all be pissed off at me how much it costs me to fill up the bike.
Yes! I got
I don't
it.
fill mine up. I just dump $10 in it every now and then.
I
Fuck.
feel that.
Put $10 in and get me out of the parking lot, and I'd end up walking back for another can.
Yeah.
Hell, for the longest time, I'd give them $10 and I'd get change back. And I got a full tank.
Oh, I gotta do what I gotta do.
When I was living in Texas, the gas was dirt cheap down there. Yep.
But, I mean, consider the fact that the gas tank on the Y-Glide is like 4.5 gallons. So you figure, you know, how much it would be to fill it up, say, on super. Of course, now, mind you, this was about 4 years ago when we were still at, what, $2.25 a gallon for regular. So, I mean, it was costing me less, right around $8 to $9 to fill the bike up for a week.
Yeah.
That's the main reason why I like having the motorcycle, because I've got anywhere from 45 to 50 miles a gallon on that bike.
Yeah, but you can ride that thing damn near year round there, though. I mean, here, you might get lucky to ride it for 3 frickin' months. Right, Kim?
Yeah.
You got 3 months to get that thing fixed and on the road, and then you got to hang her back up again.
You better have rain gear over where you're at.
Yeah. Yep. That season's coming. Right around the corner.
Shit. I don't remember the last time we actually had rain come down here at the house. 30 minutes after it came through, I went outside and I'm still kicking dust up.
I think we're going to get a little bit on Sunday.
Barrows, I got to ask you one question.
Sure.
How do you stay warm out there as skinny as you are?
What's that?
I said, how do you stay warm out there as skinny as you are?
I don't. I freeze my freaking ass.
He's skinny because his body's burning all that energy, keeping making the heat.
Yeah. Oh.
And I'm just wondering what the hell is he sitting on then if he's froze his ass off.
Tops of his legs.
Last year,
Honestly, froze my ass to the ground in a video.
I think I remember that one.
Water was running off the shop. There was a dry spot on the asphalt. And just as it hit the asphalt, it freeze again. That's right where I was.
oh man.
I went to get up. Son of I can't get up. My ass is froze to the ground.
See, he's in a real dry and cold climate where he's at. And that shit, it's typically tolerable until you get something wet. And then it's like it flash freezes you. I mean, where I'm at, it's a wet cold. So it literally just cuts straight through you all the time. It's terrible. I don't get as cold as it does where Kim's at. I think we're probably usually in the upper 20s, low 30s. But because it's wet.
Right, and that makes
Yeah.
it cold.
Ooh, shit.
Yeah,
It is. If you spill water or something, it instantly like just miserably
Kim was
cold.
working on that car at No Name Nationals. He was stretched out like this right here and like this right here. And I was over here just laughing my butt off. I had a buddy of mine I used to work for. We had the junkyard together. And Kim reminds me of him so much. And that's why he was under a car. He was like this right here. I told my wife, I said, that's just like Jerry right there.
Spider monkey under there.
Yeah.
Thanks, Bryce, for trading up the links, babe.
Oh,
Boom,
yeah, no
baby.
problem.
Boom,
Everybody there. Boom, baby.
Yes, sir. Thank you, buddy.
Well, I got 1,200 subs, man.
That Toyota we built, Billy. I'm sorry. All you seen was the beginning of it.
Oh,
There we go. So many links.
thank you.
This is awesome. It's a good problem to have. We had a lot of people in the show tonight, I was noticing. I mean, it was a pretty good turnout.
And you know what's crazy, Bryce? Right now, I would be sitting in Long Beach because right now the rod run's going on, and normally I'm there. So I didn't even think about that when we were putting this together. I'm usually going to the rod run at the beach this weekend.
See,
So
so
everything kind of
Bryce,
worked out.
He went. All these true. Nice.
Yeah. Ole's is flexing that he'd normally be at the rod run. Rub it in. Rub it
Oh,
in.
dude. If
And
you've
he
never
wanted
been, there, I should throw up a video. I'll see if I got some old footage or something of one. It's a pretty cool experience. The entire peninsula, from Oysterville all the way down to Ilwaco, the whole peninsula is nothing but wall-to-wall old cars.
That's
The
cool.
entire weekend.
Yeah, it's nuts.
That's
And everyone's
awesome.
renting houses, and it's just, you could literally put a chair by the road because there's just one basic main drag that runs the entire peninsula. Throw a chair and a cooler next to the road all day long, and you won't see the same car. It's how crazy it is. That's a good time.
That's cool.
I
That's
love
really
rod
cool.
runs because everything moves and you're driving and
Have you been to
Yeah.
that one, Kim? I know it's a bit of a drive, but
long time ago, long
Yeah.
time.
we've got a guy that runs I think it's early Model A sedan. He pulls a little trailer. He's out of Idaho somewhere, but he's there every other year, I think. He drives that thing all the way out.
Nice.
Art Cheney, he goes out
I don't
there.
know his name. It's like a burgundy colored Model A sedan, or maybe no, it's a coupe with a trailer.
Yeah.
Coupe with a trailer, I think. But I talked to him because the way he had his windshield set in, I was trying to get some ideas for another project. So I was shooting the bull with him, and he says, "Oh yeah, I come out every other year or so." Drives that thing all the way from Idaho. Pretty cool,
Either him or Little Ford.
huh?
Roger
Probably. Small
the
world
same guy.
sometimes.
I've got a question. Who's got the oldest car?
Fuck, you guys got me beat.
Well,
Fuck, I got a Toyota 2008 Toyota Tacoma. Fuck yeah! What do you guys do? You got the oldest car.
Well, you've got the newest car. You've got
I got the
other
newest
side
car,
of this,
so
yeah.
I win that. The
It's
oldest
been-
car, I'm gonna
it's-
say it's gonna be Mater. Mater has the oldest fucking car.
it's going to be
Mater does?
Ollie and Belrose.
I think Barrows probably has the oldest one.
I'd say Barrows.
Barrows, yeah, I think Barrows too, but I'm going with Mater.
Remember, I
Yeah,
got
I'm
the
going with
80
you,
mile
Peter.
Thunder ticket.
The oldest
What's the
thing
oldest
that
one you
I've
got, Kim?
28 Willys.
The oldest thing that I've got would be my 71 Duster.
Ooh,
It's got dual starters on it. One of them's a crank.
But Bryce
It
has
goes
a
under the
stick-
seat.
Bryce has a 62 Dodge, right? Bryce,
Well,
you
I've got a 52 and a 74. Bad Attitude has a 67.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean my stuff's old, but it's not like super old. It sounds like Barrows has got a speed. Well, Ole's got a bunch of cars. What do we got, Ole's?
Look at behind Odie.
Yeah.
He got the
There's
X-Max
Ole's
Mustang
got
in the
some
back.
stuff.
I've got a 24 C-Cap.
24.
You got me.
What?
I was trying to find a damn picture of the thing.
Okay, well, auto salvage though. What do you got, auto salvage? I know you got some pretty old stuff.
The oldest I got is the 80 Thunderbird.
Okay.
Okay.
And
Well,
Mater?
Like I said, the oldest that I've got would be my numbers matching 71 Duster.
Well, I got that 64
Oh.
C10 short base, but it's half mine and half a buddy of mine. So
Okay. Mater, you know, if you need another Duster, I know where you can find one.
Oldest garage, baby.
Yeah.
If it would be a 70 or 71 parts car, I'd be happy.
Nobody wants 73 to 4s. That's why I still have them.
Yeah, that's the only thing they'd be good for.
I'll take a 74 Mustang too.
John's got a 1918 Studebaker.
Yep.
Oh,
There you go.
Well,
You
he-
should check it out. It's pretty cool.
Is that the one he did all the burnouts in?
Yep.
That's a pretty
John
cool
put that car together.
That, you know what, that video is so awesome. I know they were playing it for a while there. He was just doing with that burnout in the garage video or whatever that he had. It was that same car, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
There's the Willies.
All right.
Hold on. I'll spotlight you. Hold on.
Yeah, that's the pretty
Oh, there
one.
you go. That's cool.
nice.
That's really cool.
Show them that Ford pickup truck, Rose.
The Ford.
Yeah, that thing's pretty, boy. Oh,
Can you see
What do
that?
you got
Or no,
there,
it's just
Olis?
that's the
I
wrong
think you
one.
gotta blow it up a little bit, Olis.
Can you
I'm
see
not
this
gonna-
one here?
Let me see.
it's too
Nope.
little. I'm old and blind. I can't see
Small.
that.
Yeah,
on.
it's tiny.
I
see
shared the wrong
25
screen. Hang on
feet.
a second here.
Oh, good.
Oh, stop sharing.
Thank you for assuming we have that good eyesight.
Alright. This technology shit.
I tell
I
you.
tell you. Hold on.
Anyways, boys, I'm gonna have to let you guys go. I'm gonna hand it out. See you guys later. I love you guys all. Sorry.
All right,
Billy,
man.
thank you
Later,
for
man.
joining, Billy. Appreciate it.
I appreciate you
Billy.
guys. It's 7
Billy,
o'clock.
hey.
I'm gonna go eat some dinner. I love you guys.
Hey, Billy, just remember, surf's up, dude.
Yeah, dude. But up. Love
There
you guys.
you go,
Take it easy.
brother.
Thank
Later.
you guys. Appreciate you guys. Great freaking stream. I love you guys also.
Oh,
Hang on. I'm gonna go eat some
Oh,
dinner.
that's
It's
that's
7 o'clock right now, so I gotta go.
later, brother.
Later, brothers. Boom, baby.
Oh,
That's the
baby.
Franklin
Yes,
car there, ain't it?
Take care.
Later, Billy. You see what's in the freaking engine bay of that thing?
Yeah, it's a Chevrolet, ain't it?
Yeah.
Is
Oh,
that yours?
high-rise action.
Is that yours, Ollie?
It's mine.
Get that Chevrolet out of there. That
I
thing's ugly.
I actually bought this car. It was a done running driving car. Guy tore it all apart. It's a giant basket case. First one I ever bought since I wrecked my Mustang. So I was just basically putting it back together. Of course, it has a small block Chevy and all that shit in it. So I didn't have a whole lot of money at the time, so I just started putting it back together with what was there. That's my excuse.
Get that Chevrolet motor out there. That thing's ugly. That's an anchor weight.
Yeah, it needs to have a Chrysler engine in it.
No,
Whoops,
that's
that's the
FD.
chassis that came with it.
These had that 429, 460 under there.
Yeah,
I
put
was-
a
Cassie.
426 Hemi.
This is what it looks like right now.
Looks better.
Ugh. I got too much crap.
Ollie's got a Chevrolet.
Mm-hmm. So,
It's got
tell me
time.
what this is then. Looking at that engine,
Uh-huh.
it's a 350 block with a 307 crank. So what is that?
That's a 400, ain't it?
No.
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 Kim's chomping. I know he knows.
307 and a 350 block,
Yeah.
335.
No.
Was that 327?
Oh, Bader's the winner.
Oh.
Yep, it's a fake 327. And I have the power pack heads on it.
That's
And
it's
got-
Oh, it's got,
It's got
the
a
double
hellacious cam in it. I mean, it's bad. Real bad. So much I have to have a stall converter in it so don't creep away from me at a light. It hits hard.
So, Oli, how do you know those particular heads?
I'm looking at
Casting
the front
numbers.
Yeah.
All right, because I know that before, I know that my dad, when he was racing, some of the guys were always looking for those heads, and the way they could figure it out was the two humps on the end.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find another picture.
The best heads you can go get was the double hump heads, and that's because the casting on the very end. And it's like, yeah, that's the heads we want.
A lot of your Impala Super Sports that came with the small block V8s, a lot of them had the double hump heads on them.
I can't remember off the top of my head what year the heads were, but they have the camel humps on the front. I'm trying to see if I got a picture of the heads. I could go out to the garage and take a picture for you. But yeah, they're the double hump.
Yeah.
But they were only the 194s.
Up here.
Hey, all right.
Finally made my way in. What's going on, guys?
Oh, there it is right
What's
there.
up, brother? There we go.
Ari is
What am I
in the
missing?
house there.
There
Yeah,
we
Ari,
go.
Ollie, hell, we're on a roll here.
Yeah, we got all the heavy hitters in here today. It's awesome.
Man, we got some famous people in here. Right?
Disconnect this earpiece. I probably sound funny. That'll be a little better, right?
John Car Show Builder's here too, but I only have 6 spots, so I'm maxed out.
Can you see him there?
Yeah, John's underneath.
Yeah, I see 'em.
Yeah, you should.
So these are the later camel humps because it has the accessory bolt holes in the front, not the early ones.
Yeah, like the ones I got over here. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the same set I got on that 64 Chevrolet.
Yep.
202s or 194s?
194s.
190. They're actually better than the 202s.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they flow better.
Nice. The guy put some money into this engine. When I got the car, everything was ripped apart. I mean, look at the goofy front suspension. He hand built all that stuff. And the spindles I pulled off a 73 or 4 Ventura because the custom ones he had built for it were missing. So part of the reason why the car was never done is because I had a lot of problems replacing parts that he custom made. I didn't know what to replace them with. So I've been working through it slowly.
It is pretty sharp.
Pretty sweet car.
Yeah,
It's
that's
steel
nice.
too, by the way. It's not fiberglass.
Really?
It's a steel body. Yep.
Aren't they made out of like wood and jute twine and stuff, though? It's not even like a real.
Nah, yeah, it ain't a real. The real ones are freaking woodpecker's dreams, man. They're nothing
Leftovers from the war effort.
Oh, those arrows.
It's
Is
a
that a
trike.
C-cab tricycle?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Bayro, show me your motor. Get rid of that Chevrolet motor out of our brains.
And that one's got a Chevy in it too. That's actually a Chevy Citation, front-wheel drive.
Oh, really?
The rear. The engine's hiding right back in here.
I'll be
Yeah.
dang.
Transverse.
You know,
mount, slim
a
motor.
A lot of people that built them right there on the motorcycles used the
Volkswagen.
rare frames.
You can see the profile of it. This is another one we built for Leroy, a good friend of ours there.
That's pretty short right there.
Hmm. That's cool.
Yeah.
I'd
So
probably
see,
drive with them.
We had a C-cab, but yeah, it's kind of a three-wheeler one.
It's still a C-cab. It counts.
Yeah.
What did
Oh,
I
that's cool. I like that.
I remember the old style motorcycle trikes and everything. Everybody using a Volkswagen engine and transaxle on them.
Yeah, that used a lot of Corvairs also.
Yeah.
So Ari, am I still all right? There's a Chevrolet in my house.
I mean, the Fords were great. You're starting to show your true colors, man.
No, that's the closest Chevrolet I'm gonna get to. And I mentioned to get that thing out of that car too, but it fits all right.
You showed your true colors, and those colors are 1620 Chevy orange, man.
Blue. Blue. I thought it was a pretty hot little small block Chev, so I didn't want to take it out just yet. I'll blow it up.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
And like I said at the time, parts are cheap. I could get anything I wanted, all the aluminum dress accessories. Yeah. I was looking at a cross ram intake to put on it versus the tunnel ram. I can supercharge that engine way cheaper than I could a small block Ford.
Yeah.
You know, and you got to supercharge a T. You just have to.
Yeah. It's got to be deadly.
Yeah, it looks like it has to kill you. Yeah, it does.
I'll come up and take it around the block, and then you'd have to put a Ford in it. I'll sling it right out that motor.
Well, I'm not going to deny I can't do that either, because I probably will. But, you know, it's going to want to go fast. I'll leave it like that for now.
I can't say nothing. I got a Chevrolet out there.
I feel the same way. You know, it's like you kind of it's a little played out with the small block Chevys. It's like something funky on there is cool. I like flatheads a bunch.
See, that's one I've never played with as a flatty.
I finally got a flathead.
Yeah. Kim got me into Y blocks. Or down here, down this way. Kim got me into Y blocks. Now I own 2.
Uh-oh.
Flatheads are next. I got a 272 and a 292.
I worked a little bit on a 292, and I really liked that thing. It was just so mechanical and funky. I couldn't quite put my finger on it. It was like, all right, this is good.
They're the most easiest motors to mess with. They're easy. Everything's simple.
I just look at the intake ports and go, why are they backwards? They're pointing the wrong way.
Stacked and backwards.
They put the cap on the bottle. Pump and trickle oil system? What the hell?
Right? Oh, man.
If you get 2 pounds of oil pressure out of a Y block, you're doing good.
Yeah.
You're out there, the turkey baster, keeping her lubed up.
It's got turkey basters in
it. See, Ollie? There's my Chevrolet motor.
Uh-oh. Hey, quit taking a crap on our stream, damn it. More of that stuff on there.
It's still in the lift though. It's not in a vehicle, so.
Ooh.
Well, it's in the vehicle. It's just sitting in the cradle.
Now wait a minute. Were you told how to build that, or did you build that in the front lawn again?
Oh yeah, sitting on the ground.
Yeah, that'll work just fine.
There's a Chevy right there.
Yeah.
It's also right over top of my pee bucket, so every time I got to pee, I go over there and pee on the Chevy.
Oh, no! You can't say that. You're a Chevy guy. You can't say that.
Yeah, I can. I got a Chevy.
I dealt with the pre-63 Chevy.
There you go.
The pre-63 Chevy is pretty much like a Ford, you know. So I feel like I earned some stripes there, but
pre-60. What? So what do you mean by that? What's it like a Ford? What's the difference?
I mean, just there's not like a lot of interchangeability of the parts. You know what I mean? There's a lot of one-off crap. You know, just that kind of stuff. Yeah, that thing was heavy too. It's like 630 pounds.
Ford made what was that motor that turned backwards?
Which one?
Motor that turned backwards. I'm trying to think what it was. Come in the early 60s Fords, late 50s. The engine turned backwards.
Turned backwards? Well, the boat ones sometimes did.
Right.
427s and the Chris Crafts.
I remember on the 292, the distributor ran counterclockwise, which really threw me for one.
Oh, yeah.
So that threw me off, but I don't know about a backwards firing order. I mean, technically, yeah, it's a weird firing order that I don't memorize, but
I'm trying to remember what it was now. Ford made one motor that was turned backwards, it run backwards.
Here's the kooky thing you probably don't think about. If you took a small block Chevy and renumbered it in a Ford configuration, firing order is the same. It's just they're numbered differently. That's all.
Yeah.
So if you read now, I'm stepping on my dick on this one because which small block Ford? Because the 351 Windsor is different than the 302.
Yep.
And I think it's the 50 351 Windsor that the small block Chevy is the exact same of, if I remember right. Am I right or wrong?
And the 302 has two different ones. The HO,
the
regular one.
That was the 50.
It's got the funky, weird one.
Don't the 318 Dodge have the same firing orders as the Chevrolet?
Yep.
Yeah, it's numbered the same way.
572.
Yep.
those that distributor end play on those Fords that's some kind of full-on witchery. I don't know how you guys do. I've done a couple. Like, it was hard. I survived.
Oh, the end play is not horrible.
Fords are simple.
I mean, I enjoyed working on them a bunch. Like the 400 that I was messing with, I really, really enjoyed that. It was just a big old piece of iron, you know what I mean? So it's kind of hard to not like. But
the 400 Ford engines are good engines, and a lot of people didn't like them because there wasn't a whole lot of aftermarket stuff for them. But now,
you know,
parts interchangeability.
Yep.
The owner of that shop, he had bought a set of Edelbrock Cleveland heads to put on the 400. And you guys know, you know, the Cleveland's got that dry intake. So he went and he drilled and ground out a water passage in these Edelbrock heads, but while they were installed on the engine. So there's just aluminum everywhere. And I'm sitting there, I walk into the engine room and my eyes are just like, are you serious? This is happening? This is happening right now? And that was the kind of stuff I had to deal with.
Wow.
I'm glad they don't do no mechanic work for me.
I was gonna say, let me know where not to go.
Yeah.
Why is he drilling out passages on the Cleveland head?
I don't know. I mean, he was just working on the fly, I guess. He thought it was a solution. I don't really get into stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's obviously over my head. So it's like, you know, I'm not, you know, but I use stock components. That way things are interchangeable. You know, I don't run into too many hiccups. But he was let's call him abstract. He's coloring outside the lines.
Well, that's how you find new things, though, I guess. You don't know until you try.
A cool idea, though. It was for a 77 F-150, or I don't know if it's an F-100 still, F-150, a 4x4. Really nice truck. I guess that's a dent side. I don't know.
Yeah, dent side.
Yeah.
See, the 400 was the right engine at the wrong time.
Yep.
It's the only engine Ford made with a 4-inch stroke.
Yep.
And when they developed it, it was supposed to replace the FE. However, they didn't see the gas crisis far enough in advance, and there wasn't a whole lot of development spent on the engine. Plus, they were plagued with those really bad cylinder heads that were prone to cracking. So between dealing with that, the emissions, the crappy compression ratio because of the emissions, which for some reason Ford thought that was the solve-all to fuel mileage, was lowering the compression, making the engine more efficient. It was not. It was the exact opposite. It made the engine worse.
And a lot of people, the reason why we still had 302s around was because a lot of farmers, no folks, loved that 302 and the 306 cylinder.
Well, the 302 was even a pig compared to the 306.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, 70, 75, 76, 77 were the three worst years for 302.
Yep.
Worst compression, worst performance.
Yeah, 1980. You can add that on there too.
No, actually, it was better. Believe it or not. Now, if you had that bastardized 255 or whatever that garbage was,
Man,
that
that
Ford
was
was building.
that's dumb.
Yeah, I don't know. What
Is
they
that the
were
one with the
thinking.
integral intake?
No, you're thinking of in the 6-cylinder world, the 250 and the 200.
Okay.
Yeah, those suck. The freaking intake's part of the head. What a bonehead freaking design that was.
I think
Now-
Chevy did the same thing. They had some integral head 6-cylinder in the mid 70s, something along those lines. They
Sit
put
down
in
and be
square
quiet,
bodies.
John. Now, what's crazy, Ari, is that same 250 and 200 we were talking about. If you went to Australia or Brazil,
Yep.
that same exact head, the intake comes off.
Yep.
Why
It's
in
a
the
little out
hell
there.
would Ford do this in the States?
They're made to turn like 6 grand.
Yeah.
It's got hundreds of main bearings in it.
Mhm.
It's made for RPM. And then they stick that stupid integrated head on it and neutered it.
Yep.
Yep. But if you get your hands on that Brazilian or Australian cylinder head, now you got a 6-cylinder that is a runner.
Yep.
And they scream.
I really do love that. You know what I mean? That's why I ran an inline 6 for so long, is because, you know, it's got that unique sound. It's kind of like a raspberry. It's very flatulent. But I mean, I really do love that sound.
They
Yeah,
sound
but
like
it's the sound of the V8 that I'd rather have a V8 than a 6-cylinder.
Ari,
Yeah,
what
we-
cubic inch is your 6?
It was a 235, but I have a 350 now. I spun the number 3 rod bearing on that 6-cylinder, and to rebuild it cost an ungodly amount of money. So I ended up just putting a 350 that I had on the engine stand into the truck.
Yeah, those 235s, man, the later ones, those were solid engines. They really were.
I mean, it ran great for about 10 years. You know, I ran the hell out of that thing out here in California traffic and everything else. I finally just pushed her too hard, I guess, you know? She was like, enough.
They weren't meant to run that fast.
It's still hard. If it'd been that 306 Ford, you'd still been chucking it. All you had to do
True.
is just add a quart of oil and keep on moving.
Now, hold on a minute. You had that period where you had to see if the piston was going to tilt in the bore or not. If it made
Yeah.
it past that period of time, then you had a solid 300.
Yeah.
If you didn't get past it, that blew a skirt off the damn thing, you had one of those 300s that used to blow up blocks.
Yeah.
You had either a good one or a bad one.
We confusing Ari. He's confused.
No,
Ford had a bad
I
run.
just look confused and needy most of the time anyway, but I mean, it's just, I'm just trying to learn something.
Ford
He
had a
was
bad run of pistons on the 300. So you
Ari
had
was
the
looking for that drone coming by.
Drones and accordions, man, that's my kryptonite.
That's funny you say that your 350 gets better mileage. You know what that boat was marketed as? The Thrift Master.
Yeah.
You can't really get out of that. It gets worse than the V8.
Well, I think a lot of that is just how I was running it. You know what I mean? If I was running it like somewhere with less traffic, less, you know, light to light traffic, and you know, some country roads with a decent speed limit, I probably would have been doing all right. But I was just screaming that thing on the freeway all the time. You know what I mean? It was at full tilt, so I feel like I was just running it in a way that it was just, there's no way to be efficient. You know?
what rear gear did you have in your truck?
There are 390s.
It's a little. It's up there a little bit.
Yeah.
Better than 456s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, you get on there with a 29-inch tall tire or something like that on the freeway. I don't know how big the tires are you're running. That could be a screamer on the freeway. Yep.
You know, she does okay now. The 350, it's like night and day. And I got the SM420 transmission, which is the granny gear, the early granny gear. And I really like it. Just the whole top loader thing, the gear wind, it's perfect for me. And the Q-Jet does all right. I've been using a little less gas, I feel like. I don't know. I could be imagining it.
The thing about the quad jets, though, they get pretty good gas mileage until you get into it. If you
Yeah.
stay out of the throttle, you'll get good gas mileage.
Primaries are like that.
Yeah.
They're tiny.
The 5-gallon buckets.
Yeah.
All right,
And what a
Brian, Owen, Ari, Otto, Barrows, I gotta get going. I realize what time it is right now.
It's early.
Well, it's still early for you. It's almost 12:30 here, and I got to be up early in the morning. I've got to get the car put all back together because I got the intake manifold and everything pulled off. And since that's the only vehicle we've got right now, she's heading up to, back up to Oklahoma for her daughter's birthday. I gotta
No,
get
she
that.
ain't. You ain't got to put back together yet. She ain't going nowhere.
The bad part was I finally got the damn part in today.
You just
Yeah.
think that.
No,
We ain't gonna see Mater next week.
Ooh,
He's
Oh,
gonna
you
be so
see
beat up. He ain't gonna be able to get online.
yeah.
Mater, where'd you get that shiner, man?
I might not be able to see you guys because I won't be able to get my eyes open. But no, I got to get up early in the morning that way and get started. It's going to take me probably another hour and a half just to get everything put back together on it. It's tight inside that, engine compartment on that little caliber. And it fought me trying to get that damn thing pulled out too.
You're faster than I am. Hour and a half. It'd probably take
Yeah, I
me
was
longer
gonna
than that.
That sounds like a 5-hour job.
Well, yeah, you
Well,
got the intake plus, yeah.
Yeah, last time I wound up doing it a little bit over 2 years ago, it was basically the entire weekend, Saturday and Sunday.
I'm glad it's you and not me.
Yeah, well, I hate the fact that the damn it was the intake manifold gasket had gone bad on it and had some carbon buildup in there, plus that solenoid on the end that had went bad also. And luckily for me, I found it on eBay for like $37 compared to $140 at O'Reilly's.
Now,
Oh, wow.
Now, if he give you a hint on that.
Little bit of markup.
Now, if he give you
Only
Just a little bit.
just a little bit of a markup.
Hey,
Now,
I tell everybody, shop around.
Yeah.
now
Have
if he
to.
give you a hint on that motor. Every couple months, go in there, pull that tube out, and spray it out with carburetor cleaner, and keep that carbon out of it, and you won't have no problem with anything.
What tube am I going to pull out?
The EGR valve tube.
I don't even know where the hell that's at. I have to look at it again.
It's on the back side. It's a pain in the butt to get to.
If something like, if this will last another 2 years, and all it's going to cost me is a gasket, that's fine. I'll be happy. Gaskets ain't that damn much. Besides, by then, I'm hoping to have a different vehicle.
I've seen it down the road quick. Don't think about it.
No, and right now, I don't know if the dog wants to go out because, in fact, we got thunderstorms that are rolling through right now. That's why I took the fan out of the window. All coming from the north.
Uh-oh. That means Mater is going to be hot tonight.
Well, because I've got the AC still on in here, and of course, got the AC and everything on in the bedroom.
Well, that's in there, but you sleeping in that room that ain't got no air conditioning.
Yeah, it does. Hey, it's got an air conditioner. I put it in. I did the video on it when I said I'm moving.
Yeah.
air conditioning this time of year? Good Lord, I'd love that.
What's that?
We get down to like 40, 49, 40, between 45 and 41 at night here.
I feel like this. Earlier today, my phone said it was 111.
Ugh.
And right now it's saying it's 90.
I'm glad I don't live in Texas.
You know what? I'm glad you don't live in Texas either. That way I don't have to deal with your smell.
If I lived in Texas, Mater, I'd be over at your house, and I'd come by every day just to aggravate you.
If you lived here in Texas and wanted to come by, I'd sell the house and move.
I'd come by your house and make my car backfire, and you think somebody's shooting at you.
Oh, you don't want to do that here because people like to shoot back.
Oh.
But now I gotta get that thing fixed and everything's that way because it's got to be done, especially before the end of the month because tags go out.
Ours come up here too.
But I gotta get that done, and I gotta get another tube. Already ruined second tube and everything for the front tire and the bike. So I gotta get that done. Yeah, trying to save some money and it's costing me.
One, I'm sorry, man. Can you see the pictures of John Stamos?
Anyway, all right, y'all have a good night. Bryce, appreciate you having up.
Later.
Man, thank you for being on the show. I appreciate it, man.
No problem. And if you'll have me back for the next garage trivia, I'm gonna dethrone somebody.
Well, always picking the next month, so there's your guy right there.
I think we might bring in a couple other guys on next month, unless I don't know. We'll look at it, see if we can get some fresh meat. Give you a break, you know. Let you get geared up and ready to kick my ass in the next round.
We always got to rotate a little bit because otherwise, if we don't rotate, it always ends up the same, you know. But
I want to get Bryce on here and get myself off, to be honest with you.
All right. Well, I appreciate y'all having me on, and y'all stay safe, and I'll see y'all next week on my live.
Absolutely.
All right. Good night.
Night.
Try to get that 58. It's too far away for me to catch.
Yeah, that's a long little ride down there.
Yeah.
That
There
would
we
be
go.
good, but that's too far. That's too much of a road trip for me.
It's a little ways. And then it's like when you get to Texas, it's like its own road trip in and of itself because it's like it's giant. Miles and miles of Texas, just like the song.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's.
And don't go through Texas with a car hauler pulling a car because you'll leave Texas without a car hauler.
They're jacking the car haulers?
Yeah. No, they don't like car haulers in Texas.
Really? I'd take one down there just to haul a bunch of that stuff out.
I done been on that rodeo.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna take my Dodge down there. Like, don't steal this. Nobody steal this Dodge.
Please. Drop the keys on the hood. Please.
Come back the next day, it's still there with the keys.
There's like a small box of canned goods. Like they felt bad for me.
And a can of gas. Get it out of here. Here's some gas. Get it out of here.
So what's bringing you up this way, Ari? You got work, a new job or something? Or
My brother lives in Olympia, man. I was going to come up there and just be homeless and change my gender, but
well,
no, I just want to go stay with my brother, man.
What's up,
you've probably come to the right state.
What's up, everybody?
Howdy, John.
Ridiculous.
How you guys doing?
Good.
Doing well over here.
We're hanging out with what's his name?
John.
No. He was hanging out with
Arco, yeah.
Arco. Thank you.
Well, it was fun.
Nice.
It was a lot of fun over there. I enjoyed it.
I had to double take it when you posted the video. I'm like, how the hell did John get all the way out there? Was he superimposing himself? Nope, he was there.
Now I was jumped in the Dodge Charger and just fucking hauled ass over there.
So how was he? Was he pretty surprised, or did you get to chat with him much? I know he's a busy guy.
Oh yeah, he was surprised I drove 1,500 miles out there to his car show.
Oh, that's cool.
A little
He
ways.
seems like such a cool dude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was so laid back, dude. I think he was very hospitable. He let me stay in his trailer because I was just like, I brought a tent and I was gonna like pitch a tent up someplace. I told him, and he was like, "Well, there's plenty of grass fields everywhere around town, and there's a campground and whatever." And I didn't ever even set up the tent. I never set it up because he was like, "Here, dude, just stay in this trailer." He was even trying to like pull it over, move the trailer over to where it would be like in more darker area, so like the street outside, street lamps, and hook it up to electricity so we could have the AC in there and whatever. It's like, nah, dude, it's fine.
Right
The
on.
bed I could like stretch out in, that's great.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was lots of fun.
It's always cool. Everybody's real hospitable. Everybody I've met off of YouTube is just too cool. Brother Bear came down to see me, you know what I mean? Brought me a transmission. We had some tacos. It's
Nice.
everybody I meet, man. It's just real cool folks, good folks.
Street
That's
Yeah.
the thing I love about the car community. All car people are always pretty chill, you know?
Yeah. The brotherhood.
It don't matter if you like Ford, Chevrolet, or Dodge.
Similar
As long as
interest.
you
We're
hate
all
electric. As long as you hate electric. Then
That's right. We hostile.
oh, they're everywhere down here. Everywhere.
everywhere. My brother.
Priuses too. I had a guy brake check me in his Prius earlier. And I was just like, it's there's no math there. It's like, obviously you're upset about life. I would be too if I was driving around a green Prius. But you know what I mean?
yeah.
It's getting
Glad I
that
adjust
way
my
here.
brakes.
Yeah, I got all makes and the major makes and models are Ford, Chevy, Dodge,
This damn cat in.
International.
Does anybody want a cat?
Cat. I got 3 dogs. They eat cats.
Yeah, it's perfect, man. Are they hungry?
Oh, man. Blue would love that. He'd eat it up. I tried to keep a cat once because we have a lot of street cats in the neighborhood. And some of them actually look kind of cool. And so some kittens from the stray cats got dropped in the yard. And I tried to keep one, and my dogs were not having it. They just wanted to eat that thing. It just was not. It was not working out at all. So
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do like a channel giveaway. I'm gonna rig it so Hubie ends up winning the cat. And
Nice.
pawn it off on him.
Your cat's twice the size of his dog.
Well, the irony there is he's already got 4 cats. So
One more's not gonna hurt him.
I was like, 5 cats. You like 55 Chevys, 5 cats, 5.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
Yeah.
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 Do 6.
What went on when we had 55 cats? With 5 cats.
Yeah, me and
Yeah.
Marco, we collaborated, or I helped him work on a project that he had been wanting to start. So we got it into his garage, and it was a 40 Pontiac, Indian Head Pontiac,
Oh,
Oh,
really?
wow.
2-door. Pretty cool car where like the roof just like flows all the way back to the rear bumper as one sweeping curve. And we took a Chevy 350 and a Turbo 350 tranny I think it was a Turbo 350 training out of a frame that he had, and then we built motor mounts and tranny mounts and got it up in that car and got it started.
Camaro, what is it? Camaro Nova subframe?
No,
You
we
use
used the original. We used the original frame from that Pontiac and the original steering box and all the original front suspension still on it.
Oh, so you got the walker good days for him.
And
Or no, they don't have a walker. The Chevy does.
and the headers were the center dump headers that like pretty tight to the block. And we ended up having enough room. We had to cut the firewall out, but we had enough room to put the center dump behind the steering box. And we made the motor mount so it basically goes like right over the top of the steering box. It's like an inch away from it.
Uh-huh.
Pretty tight on that side for trying to unbolt the engine out of the mount, but everything fit with enough clearances, and the tranny fit in there nice. We got that tranny mount built up in there and got the motor
Has he posted
started.
a video yet, John, of this?
Oh yeah,
Oh, I haven't
yeah,
got
he
it.
has.
Check it out.
We were both both recording. I posted some like 2 videos or 3 videos of it, and then he was recording and was posting a couple too.
Were they shorts?
Yeah.
Somehow I missed them. Oh,
I
shorts.
think maybe some of his are shorts.
Okay.
And
Yeah, John, I
don't know.
just subscribed to you.
All right, thanks a lot. Since I went to his show, it helped the channel out extremely. Like my views on my videos went from 10, 20 views, 30 views to 500, 400 views, 800
Wow.
views. Yeah.
Well, getting yourself out there is 90% of it,
Yeah.
You're not a dumb guy. You're pretty skilled. I've seen a lot of stuff you do. You do nice
And
work.
I brought the sparkly Dodge Charger out there, so that was, kind of a wild
I'm
car.
surprised you didn't sell that.
Not yet. I've got a couple people interested at the last car show I went to. People were calling me. But I take it to car shows and I put a for sale sign right in it. My phone number's on it. So if I'm not there at the car, they could call me.
Well, is that 70 model Charger on here?
It's no, it's not the 70, it's the 06.
Yeah, I'm surprised to me you brought that.
The Charger started the channel. That was the first videos of the channel of putting, when I was painting that car, I videotaped what the paint job looked like when I was done. Or a little bit like in between coats or something.
That's cool. I'm sure someone will buy it. I need to sell my Dart and just again maybe try to work the cat into the small print or something. Like, yeah, you bought the Dart, but you also bought the cat.
Cat comes with it.
Sounds like we got a trade deal worked out right here.
What year is that Pontiac?
It was like a 1940, I think, 40, 41.
Yeah, it looks like a 41. It's the torpedo style.
Yeah.
My 40 is it's still got the little running boards.
It's got
It had like little running boards on the side of it.
Yeah.
Little ones.
Got a check engine light, not a check engine light.
One thing that'll help you in your videos, just a little advice here, fill out your description. That's
I
what
know.
YouTube uses to, figure out where to put it. You got some good stuff here, though, man. You got some really good stuff.
Yeah, sometimes I just I'll just post it and I won't put anything on the video.
You had to cut that floor out just about as much as I had to cut that 39 Chevy out. Doing the same thing, but put a small block in it.
Yeah, and what real surprised me, kind of when me and Arco were working on it together. He's like, "Here's the pin. What do you think we should cut out on that firewall?" And he said, "Draw it out." So what he cut out of, I drew the line of what I thought would look good and easy to mold back into metal when he wants to finish the firewall back out. And he saw that and he was like, "Yeah, it looks great." And he just took the plasma cutter to her and cut it out right all the line. I was like, sweet.
I love a plasma cutter for that.
Me and Arco work together like clockwork. It's kind of like you guys have worked with other guys on cars and stuff before, and sometimes you just get in each other's way. And you're not meaning to, and but it just happens. Me and Arco never got in each other's way, ever. And anytime I was needing a wrench or a ratchet or tool, and I was under the car and he was outside the lift, I would go to reach for it or go to look or say I need it, and he was handing it to me. And it was the same thing when he was working with something, he grabbed the plasma cutter, rolling the plasma cutter across the shop, and had the extension cord and plugged it in and was taking it with him with the plasma cutter. I grabbed the airline, uncoiled it, and brought it over to him. And as soon as he had the plasma cutter plugged in, I handed him the airline. He was like, "Thanks a lot, dude. We're right on top of it." And I know, we just pulled the motor off of the frame, and we carefully took everything apart because he wanted to reuse as much as he could, and got it mounted in that car with welded in motor mounts that we custom built. They still needed to be gusseted and stuff, and we built a tranny mount, and we got it running. We just hardwired it to a battery, and we got it running and fired up, and
good quick work.
Had a little gas tank we set there next to the motor, and we're pulling gas in through the fuel pump. It was pretty nice. We were
Seems like Arco's got a lot of work. Did you maybe hint possible employment maybe with him?
Yeah, we discussed some things. And he showed me around that area and kind of told me what you can buy property-wise and stuff.
He just seems like he's busy all the time. He could use, probably use a hand that works real well with him, and it kind of sounds like that's what he had going there.
Yeah. It's
then again,
definitely...
It gets cold in Minnesota.
That's what I'm saying.
South Canada.
Yeah.
I shared that one out for you. Maybe I can get some traction for you on that one.
Nice. Yeah, we definitely we discussed that, and that really is crossing my mind a lot. Moving out there, I mean, it's really nice country, but it gets 40 below. It gets 40 below zero. What?
You get used to it.
Yeah.
But it's that cold that has no moisture in it.
Mm-hmm.
All
about it.
That was one when he said how cold it was. I was like, "Okay, can you make a snowball?" And he was like, he just laughed at me. He was like, "No, that won't. It won't stick together. You can't make a snowball." And I was like, "Oh." That's not going to be very cold for me. I'll be able to walk around with a t-shirt. And he's like, "What?" And I'm like, "Yeah, no problem." And he's like, I'm like, Washington, it's cold. When it's damp and wet and cold, it's cold. You can't get warm.
Yep.
I mean, it's so wet and damp here, it just gets into your bones, like you were saying.
See, that's a lot of the reason I'm worried about leaving California. It's totally going to screw up my flip-flop Fridays.
Yeah, we never wear flip-flops around here unless you're in the house.
That's why I love Arizona. It's always hot here, so you can wear flip-flops year-round.
Southeastern Washington's a little more forgiving, though.
Not in the winter
anywhere. Well, that's true. Yeah, you're not really going to hide much from that.
Yeah, you get lots of snow over there. See, we get snow in Washington like an inch or two at dusting, and then maybe it's melted off.
We're on the west side of the Cascades, though.
Yeah, and it melts off by midday.
Yeah, on the east side of the Cascades, they get a lot more.
Yeah,
my brother's in Olympia, man, and I drove up there around mid-fall or something. I got out of the car once I got up there. I was like, "Are you serious, dude? Really?"
Yeah. Olympia is only a couple hours away from me. So, yeah, that's the kind of weather I have here.
I love it up there. I was just taken aback by it. I couldn't believe it, because it's like Northern California is beautiful, Oregon's beautiful, and it was like everything I appreciated about those two was super exaggerated when I got up to Washington. I was like, this is good.
Yeah, but
it was cold. Yeah,
it rains a lot.
And it rains, yeah.
A lot of rain.
Freaking rain.
Go pop a Nirvana cassette into the truck.
Which lately the rain's been holding off till like November into October, and then it's spotty. It's the annoying rain is right after the winter, like say February, March, April, May. Those 3 months, it's like it never seems to stop. It's the freaking down. You swear to God, it's never going to stop. And then all of a sudden, June, July shows up, and the clouds go away, and it doesn't rain for 3 months. And then you're back in it again.
But after summer, when you're trying to finish up your little projects and shit, then oh shit, see those clouds floating over? You better get your shit wrapped up, pick those tools up, put everything in the side. And then it rains.
But you guys don't know how lucky you are, though. You can work like that and set your beer down, and it doesn't get warm.
True.
You can't do that here.
No.
Drink faster.
Your drink doesn't get that warm out here.
Bryce, I don't even know how you do it, man. You got to like put on the full Beto and like cover before you leave the house, right?
The heat gets to be a bit insane.
I think Washington's probably about the best place to live because our fluctuation of our heat isn't that drastic either way. Not too cold. Not too hot.
Is that you? Did you do that? I was like, how did I leave a comment? These. Now, you know what? I mean, the thing I love about Arizona is, the heat kills you during the summer. It's brutal during the summer. It's horrible. But the rest of the year, it's pretty nice. So it's not bad. It's just 3 months.
Mild. See, what's cool is because I'm half Iranian, right? So when it gets hot like that, the ground doesn't burn my feet.
Oh.
It's pretty hot, man. The concrete, it gets pretty boiling.
Oh man, I'm messing around, but yeah, no, I'm used to the desert too. It's pretty warm here.
Yeah, it's if you can deal with the heat, it's really not too bad. I don't mind the heat too bad, and it is funny you say that though, because that's the only time I kind of notice it is when you feel it on the concrete when you're walking around. Then it's like, oh man, it's getting up there, But But yeah, I mean, if you can put up with that in the regular heat, I mean, I'm telling you, Arizona's not, but it's been blowing up lately. Bryce lives in the middle of the not far from it. Or Tantooine, as Ari likes to refer to it.
I was gonna do that too.
Sand, gonna have your sand speeder.
Yeah.
Well, ain't Arizona about dog desert land?
Well, you were talking about having a meetup, and I'm like, I don't think he's that far from me. You know what I mean? So it's like, I can saddle up the camel and get over there, man.
It'd be
If
cool,
I could drive
you know,
1,500 miles to go see Arco, I think you guys.
Yeah, John just set the bar pretty high.
Well, I was thinking about it, I was like, if we set it out far enough, you could probably coordinate enough people too, because like MongrelsGarage was saying that he had to go down to Arizona, and then just in Arizona itself, we probably got 5 or 6 different YouTubers, you know, that are already willing to do it. So then it's like, how many people from California would be willing to drive over, or different states, you know? But I think it'd be cool just to get a group together. I mean, for a variety of reasons, but it'd be fun, you know, why not? But it'd be
How long
pretty
did it take you to drive from Oregon down, Bryce? How long was that?
Oh, that was a long drive. I mean,
because I think I was only 3 or 4 hours from him.
it's like a 15-hour drive, wasn't it? 15, 16, something crazy like that. We were on the road a long time. I mean, that was a long trip. It may have even been more than that.
I'm just trying to think how long that would take. I remember driving when I moved back up here. We drove from Albuquerque through California north, and that was a couple days.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was also 21 and didn't give a damn. I had my foot on the floor most of the way, pulling a car trailer with no trailer brakes. And my truck only had drum brakes with my 2-week-old son and my then wife. Yeah. Taking those hills in southern Oregon with that freaking thing. That was I had to surgically remove the seat out of my ass. That was a ride.
You learned your lesson right quick like that.
Yeah.
I think because I was doing a Diddy move, which is a do-it-yourself move through the military, I had to get weighed. I was weighing 14.5 being pulled by a half-ton truck.
Dang.
And then I was drum brakes only on the truck, no brakes in the trailer, pulling the duster on the car trailer, loaded full of crap, 14.5 going through those hills in southern Oregon.
Jeez. There's some serious grades too. There's really serious grades.
Yeah.
More than once I stared at the friggin' runaway ramps thinking I was going to end up in one of them.
Yeah.
I had smoke coming out of the front fenders on the backside of one. I wound them up a little too tight.
When we took that LTD down from Oregon to Arizona, there was a couple spots where I was like, this is a little hairy.
Yeah. They're serious.
That's one of my issues. Is you first?
I was gonna say there's a reason why those trucks are going slow.
Yeah.
Well, I'm always trying to hustle from California to Washington, you know, and I'm down here. I'm in San Juan, so I'm like 2 hours from Mexico. And you know what I mean? By the time I get to Northern California and Oregon and everything, I'm pretty out of it. So I hit those grades and I'm like, oh my God, this sucks. And I get to, you know, there's been times where I'm like, I don't know if I'm going uphill or downhill. What's going on? This sucks. Am I still here? So it's like Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
Imagine doing that run in the wintertime, Ari.
Yeah.
Oh, no, wintertime, those grades get brutal. Yeah.
Ooh.
But if I could find a good spot, maybe I could coordinate something with a local business or something. That'd be cool to get a good group going. Maybe we convince Ollie's. You could drive down with Dark Star, Ollie's. We could pull a couple of other Oregon people down. You know, why not?
I'll drive out to your. I'll drive out to your place, Ollie's, and I'll ride with you.
That'll work.
There you go.
I got to find something that'll make it down there. I don't want to walk.
Just put it
All right, we'll drive my car. We'll drive the Charger.
Yeah, your car's been tested.
Yeah.
I think I'm all right, but I probably want to run an electric fan.
Yeah, that was the test for that fucking Charger for sure, because I really wanted to get there pretty damn now, and like I left Thursday. His show was on Saturday, so I was like, I gotta get there. I want to get there a day before the show, so I can clean up my car and fucking hang out a little bit. And I did. I got there Friday night.
Wow.
It's always so rewarding when they stand up to the abuse. You know, like you built the car, you put it together, and then they finally stand up to the crap you put them through. It's like, that's the rewarding part.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah, I left here like 8:30 Thursday, drove 20 hours, and I was driving to this little tiny podunk town. I didn't know where the heck I was, and I was like, where am I at? And I'm fucking driving by this last gas station. There's this cute girl out there washing the front door, and I was like,
I'm stopping.
I drove past the place a block, and I was like, fuck, I need to go back and talk to that cute chick. What the fuck am I doing? Turn around, go talk to her, see what town this is, trying to get my bearings of like where I'm at, how far am I going to drive tonight before I try to pass out. I told her, she kind of helped me get my bearings, and I told her, like, how much farther do you want hours you're going to drive? It's like 11:30 or whatever at night. And I'm like, I don't know, a couple more hours, 12:30, 1:30. She's like, that'll end you up right in the middle of the Indian reservation where you do not want to stop for any period of time, especially to sleep in your car.
Yeah.
You will have a very rude awakening, and you won't like what's going to happen. Don't stay there. She told me to go in the back of the gas station. There's a gravel parking lot back there, and you stay back. You can stay there. There's security cameras, and there's a bunch of trucks parked back there. So I took.
Yeah, that's a better call. You probably would have woken up without your wheels, man.
Yeah.
Something. I would have woke up with someone yanking my feet out the fucking car and throwing me on the ground, probably.
Yeah, I don't think the reservation cops are very, happy about you hanging out.
Yeah, she said, she's like, you'd be lucky if the res cops stop and harass you, but most likely it's not going to be them, it'll be somebody else, and that will be worse. And I was like, all right. So I just stayed there, woke up at like 5 o'clock in the morning, and just fucking hauled ass fucking the rest of the way there. Called Arco or sent him a text message like, this is where I'm at, I'm leaving right now. And then I text him. I pulled up in front of his shop and I text him, and he's like, calls me up, you're fucking already here? Really? I'm like, yeah. He was like, fuck, I didn't think you were going to be here for another couple hours, dude. He was getting ready for the car show and doing stuff.
After
cool.
Southern California, it's people talk about a bad neighborhood, and it's like, you know what I mean? It was kind of nice compared to here. Except West Memphis was a little funny.
Yeah, Arco said, you drive this car down to California, you're going to get jacked. These fucking... He was like, your paint job, it'll get all the brothers staring at you. It'll steal your shit.
Yeah.
For sure.
Man, it's anywhere, though. They're jacking cars here all the time now.
Certain parts of town are just funky around here, that's for sure. You know what I mean? And they try to gentrify them, which just kind of adds to the irony. You know what I mean? You're like, why is everything so new here? And then you look across the street and you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know. I drive that car in the downtown Seattle, and People think that's a bad place. People think that's a bad place, and people get shot and killed down there and whatever. When I'll drive down there, I just was down there last weekend cruising with the lowrider group that's out here. We had like, I don't know, 30 cars. We left
Yeah, I seen
the
you
car
posting
show.
some video of that.
Yeah, I've been posting with the lowrider fucking cruising and stuff.
Full on lowrider convoy.
Oh yeah,
It's pretty rad.
we break all the laws. We just fucking. It's nothing. We're just a train of cars, and there ain't much gonna separate us. Those lights turn red, and we'll just keep running right through them. And everybody at the other cars in the intersection are just sitting there waiting for us to let them go. And if we're taking a left-hand turn or something, the first car in line pulls up and blocks the whole intersection off. So no one's going to go through this intersection but us. And then we all just drive through the intersection right behind each other. Lights will turn red and lights will turn green. Whose turn is it to go? But the lowriders have the free will. They're just going.
Proper.
It's funny. We got a couple of us got some tickets flashing cameras at us last weekend. I think I might have one flashed at me. But I was going through the yellow light. So, but the car behind me, it went right through the red. And it was flashing a lot for him.
It's kind of funny, my truck has always been in pretty questionable condition, but I never got too many tickets, or I've been pulled over once down here, but this is a pretty rich area down here, so I think he just ran my credit, not my plates.
They want to know who you was, Ari.
Like, if I was doing something illegal, I'd probably find a less conspicuous vehicle to conduct my business.
Now, let me ask you this. So, you always hear about everyone moving out of California, especially down there. Have you noticed it getting less populated, or, does it seem like it moves around a little easier now? Or?
Well, no. I mean, amidst everybody from here wanting to leave, there's always the influx of people from, God knows where, like, well, you know what? I don't feel like I matter here. I just want to go to California, and I'm going to be, it's like what Dazed and Confused. I want to dance. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's a lot of transplant folks come in, a lot of money from different countries, different states. Like if you go, a town a couple miles from me is Irvine, California. And if you go around the airport in Japan and stuff, they have billboards, advertising, move to Irvine, California, stuff like that. So there's a lot of people coming in, and most of the native folks are like, well, this is a huge contrast to what I grew up in, so I'm getting out. You know what I mean? But it's still crowded, man. I wish it was like a ghost town. Tumbleweeds. I wish.
Boy, it is not the case here. I mean, they can't build shit fast enough. It is just exploding where I'm at. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
They're bad about that. They're always trying to shove people into those tenement apartments. It's like, oh man, like I'm good with a suburb or something. You know what I mean? I don't need to be put in a box. I never got used to that like dorm room life.
Space. Need some space.
Yeah, around here, all those houses that were in the cities, like little neighborhoods that were in the cities, all those are just getting bought up and tore down and put up. They put up like 3 or 4 story buildings, and the lower ground level is for businesses, and then you got 3 stories of living. I call them rat houses up there.
Yep.
Packing them in, packing the people in.
I blame my generation, you know what I mean? Everybody like went to school for 8 years for nothing, and they just got used to that like dorm room life, and they're like, okay, this is good. You know what I mean? And I'm like, hey, I know another place where you guys can, live together, stacked on top of each other. You'll even have a toilet in the room. They'll lock you in real safe at night. That's not my type of living.
Free medical.
Yeah, I couldn't live like that. I was
Pretty weird.
grown up out in the country where I had acres of land to run around on.
Could you imagine if I had acres of land, what I would end up doing?
How many? Oh man, you would have a full-on yard for miles.
Well, when you grow up on acres of land, I still have that same problem. I have 9 vehicles at somebody else's property, and I got a good fucking 6 or so here.
I'm with you guys. Hoarding is life, man. I'm with you guys.
That's right.
I know this. I don't like. I need another project, like another hole in the head. But there was this house that I've been driving by for a very years, and over the top of the sticker bushes, you can see some nice round curved roof. And I saw a couple vehicles with these nice big bubble roof, and I'm like, those are like 50s vehicles or 40s vehicles. I want to know what they are. They're sitting there forever. What's going on? But I never. The house kind of just looked like kind of sketchy because they just never did any yard work, and it just was like, I don't know.
Is that house?
Yeah.
I don't know. Usually I don't care, and I'll go knock on the door of any house that has an old car outside. I'll fucking bug them. I don't care. But this place, I just felt like I'm not bothering them for whatever reason. I just kept driving by. Well, the other day I was driving by, and they're out there on a little John Deere tractor clearing the sticker bushes away from the driveway and cleaning up the yard. I was like, well, shit, this is the perfect time to turn around, whip a bitch. We don't need to go where we're going. We're talking to these people. And I fucking pulled in and waved to the dude on the tractor, got out of the car and walked up to him and said, hey. He shut the tractor off. And I just said, I've been driving by for a while and seen you got old cars back there, old trucks. Got anything you want to sell or interested in getting rid of? And he was like, yeah, there's a 32 Ford panel van truck back there. We were trying to sell that for a while. We haven't been able to sell it. So he takes me back there and we look at this Ford panel van, and it's like a panel delivery with, no windows on the side, just 2 barn doors in the back. And he has the body and the frame sitting there, and the fenders are sitting inside of it, and he has the doors, and he said he had the grill inside hanging on the wall. And I was like, oh, that's cool. What are you doing with that old pickup truck over there? It's like a 50s Dodge pickup truck.
Little power wagon?
No, not. Yeah, power wagon. I didn't know they called them power wagons that old, but he was like, yeah, it's my project. I want to get that thing worked on and mounted on this other frame I got. I got a Art Morrison frame that I've had for a little while, and I need to get the body mounts welded onto the frame, and then the engine mounts welded into the frame so we can mount the 440 and the automatic transmission. And I'm like, really? Because that's the kind of work I do.
Okay, I know a guy.
Kind of work I do. And he's like, really? And so we went over there and looked at that project. And I said, well, we could work out a trade. I'll take that fucking panel van over there. And what if you have some? He said he had another Ford 32 frame or something. And so I was like, all right. So we're going to go work out a deal, like pound it out in stone. So we both feel like we're getting a fair deal. And I was going to help them take their scrap metal and stuff out of their property because they had a pile of it. And I have a 1-ton flatbed truck. So I can just haul it out real easy for them. Scrap metal's worth nothing right now. So I'm just...
It's real low.
Yeah, I'll probably just
$200 a ton. Like, you want to haul a ton? $200.
out here, it's only fucking like 65 a ton.
Whoa.
Yeah, so you have
You
to
can move a ton of anything for $65. That's pretty bad.
well, my Dodge or my truck has a 12 valve Cummins, so
Oh,
those
perfect.
they get good gas mileage. So I'll get a gas tank out of a truckload of metal if we can get 2,000 pounds of whatever he has in there. If it's a bunch of lightweight tin stuff, then it's not going to add up to much, but whatever. Help him out.
My problem was with the engines, you know what I mean? I'm always trying to hoard another engine. Now that I put the 350 in the truck, it's not on a stand. I'm like, man, I should get a big block so I can have it on an engine stand, you know?
Yeah, just in case a small block goes out.
Oh yeah, I have that problem too. I got an extra Chevy 350 with a turbo 400 in the back of my Toyota pickup truck. And then I have a big block 454 with a turbo 400 on it on the back of the 1947 International 2.5 ton truck. And then there's a Buick Mailhead aluminum block, all aluminum engine, one of the
215 or something like that.
Yeah, one of the real small ones. And then the 3-speed or 4-speed training that they had with that. And that motor's seized up, but it's such an oddball, rare motor that I still think it's worth something.
Yeah, like I said, I had to use the hoardings, you know, I had to use the 350 and the granny gear, so I got a 4-speed Saginaw, and I got a T5, but I need to get an engine. So, you know how it goes. You have to have the proper amount of things, 2 of everything.
Yeah. To put that T5 in your car or your truck with that Chevy 350, you'll get better gas mileage yet.
Yep.
Because that tranny you have in there, the SM420, is the first gear's 7-to-1 ratio.
I always start her in second, but I mean, after the 3-speed that I had, it's a drastic improvement. That 3-speed wasn't synchro mesh, and it was just worn to hell.
Yeah.
Square cut gears.
Most of the time, that tranny, everybody starts it out in second gear because it's granny low first gear.
Yeah, we always called it low 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. People use those trannies in like different applications, like in a rock crawler or like a Jeep. You can modify that tranny to put a transfer case behind it when they never.
Yeah, because they're so short. It's like a tiny little.
Yeah, they're
really,
so
really
short
little transmission.
They never came 4-wheel drive, but now they make advanced adapters and make an adapter to put a transfer case behind it. But everybody likes them because that first gear is so low. It's one of the lowest ones for a first gear ratio. So when you're trying to rock crawl and you're trying to get something that's like 100-to-1 crawl ratio, you want one like that.
It's a big improvement. You know what I mean? With the non-synchro mesh transmission, it's like I could double clutch and kind of not grind gears, but you know, now I can actually shift a little bit smoother. And the top loader thing is great to me, and it just gives you a really nice, satisfying like shunk when you get it into gear and everything. It's a cool change, I think.
Yeah. The T5 would be real smooth.
Yeah.
I wish I would have put my T5 in that Studebaker instead of putting a Turbo 400 in there.
Yeah, Barrow's Garage brought me the T5 from Idaho because I was going to put one behind the 6-cylinder that I had. I had the old Stovebolt 235 6-cylinder, but I think I spun a bearing like the day before he got down here. So it was kind of disappointing, but what are you going to do?
Yeah. So what did you end up doing with it?
Right now, I just have the T5 or the 6-cylinder or the T5.
Yeah, the T5.
The T5, I just have it stored right now. I was gonna try to adapt it to this to the 350, but I had already bought a clutch and everything for to use with the 10 spline, the original transmission. So I ended up just going with that because I was short on funds. But I think it'd be something cool to do down the line is use the T5 because I might have to change the yoke on my old drive shaft, but besides that, it would just be running like an Astrovan clutch and maybe changing the yoke, and then it would be good to go.
Some of the Camaros had the T5s in them also.
It's not like
you got the S10 T5 though, right?
Yeah, I think it's from behind a 2.8. It's not world class or anything, but it's still. I mean, Brother Bear said it'd be good to use. He just says don't use first. And I'm like, okay.
Well, for you, Ari, it was the shifter location. It was more ideal than using a car T5.
Yeah, 100%. That was why I didn't use the 4-speed Saginaw. It's a nice transmission and the gear ratio is good and everything, and it's got the Hearst competition shifter on it. But it's like the way it's set up, it would have been like right under my bench seat, basically, just flush with it.
T5s are pretty good transmissions.
It would be a good one to use. Borg Warner, nice aluminum, light. You know what I mean? It'd be a good route to go, definitely. But I thought, using all the stock components kind of ended up saving me some time and thinking. Not so much money, really, but definitely some thinking.
Well, it's a good swap. I mean, shoot.
It works a lot better. I mean, I can pass in traffic now, and that's a whole new thing for me.
Yeah, but with that T5, it's like I think what John's saying, you'd actually get better gas mileage. And then
100%. Well, the actual overdrive.
Right. Then plus when you get on the interstates, you'll be able to keep up with majority of cars on the interstate.
Yeah, Bryce does look sleepy. I'll probably go ahead and call it, guys. I'm over here yapping at you, and I'll probably go ahead and get back in the chat. But
I'm just picking on Bryce.
I'm trying to keep up because we got such a good panel going, but I'm fading, man. I think I gotta hop off.
I feel you there. I'll probably do the same. I appreciate you guys listening to my rant and everything, and
no, it's cool. Right. I'd like to have you on.
Yeah, thanks for hopping on.
It was a fun night, man. I appreciate you guys. I'll jump in next time. Maybe I'll try to make some use of myself with the trivia.
Nice.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, we need to get Ari on there.
Oh, jeez. The one who knows nothing. Let's get him on.
It's not about what you know. It's what you can baffle them about.
I'm good at that. All right, on, guys. I appreciate you guys. I'm going to pop out. See you next time, guys.
Right, man.
Thanks, Ari.
Bye-bye.
I think we're going to tie a bow on this thing, too. Oh, I just now saw the Bryce look sleepy thing. That's funny.
See, Bryce made a mistake by giving me partial control of this thing.
Yeah.
You had done messed up, Bryce.
Yeah.
So I've been playing with it.
Oh man, we are messed up.
Well, if you guys want to be on one, or anybody in the chat, reach out to Olis. He's coordinating the next one, and
sign me up for the next
guys.
Well, we signed you up for this one. You didn't show up. What happened?
Man, it's been a day today, buddy. I'm here to tell you.
Just quit your job, man. You don't need to work so much.
Man, it was a day today, let me tell you. The last 3 days, I should say, it took me 3 days to locate an intake gasket for that 318.
Dang.
That I don't understand.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well,
we called up. We could have come to one faster.
Yeah, probably would have.
There you go. All right. Well, boom.
All right.
We're kind of low on this thing. I'm about to fall asleep.
Good night, guys.
All right.
Enjoy it, y'all.
It's been real.
We'll talk to everybody later.